Hello culés and welcome back to Barça Live, and it's a very, very big night here for Barça. We take on Atlético de Madrid midweek, but in LaLiga. This is actually Matchday 19, but it's been brought forward. This is the Super Cup fixtures. Tomorrow, Athletic Club play Real Madrid. It's a huge night. Barça are back leaders of the division. They know they can extend that advantage tonight with all 3 points. It's going to be a very difficult game, a very tasty encounter for sure. I'm Pablo Walls, delighted to say I'm joined by Alex Ibarteta. Welcome back, and well, what a game to get back to.
Yeah, it's definitely throwing me in the deep end again, basically. It's a big one tonight. It's important. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of quality on the pitch. So don't think you can really say which way this is going to go tonight.
Yeah, should be very, very fascinating indeed. As ever, all the build-up and all, of course, us discussing things throughout the game to come. Before things, though, we can show you the Barça lineup and we can get Marc Brau to tell us all about it. Marc, good evening.
Hi Pablo, hi guys, how are you? What a night we're gonna have here at Spotify Camp Nou. The third game here at home, one of the biggest games in La Liga. Barça Atlético de Madrid. With good news because we are the leaders, we are on the top of the standings and we're gonna receive Atlético de Madrid, who is right now also one of the biggest teams in the domestic competition. Barça have 4 wins in a row, Atletico 6 in La Liga, so maybe the 2 best teams right now in La Liga will face tonight here at Spotify Camp Nou. It's expected to be a very big atmosphere. The games were played at the afternoon today. It's football night today. It's one of the biggest days also for the Barça fans. Let's gonna show the lineups, because there's some important news in Barça's lineup. Only 2 changes between the last game against Alaves and today. Remember that this morning Frenkie de Jong finally is out of the squad due to some fever he had last hours. So let's go with Barça's lineup for today, with Joan Garcia at the goal, with 4 players up the back, with Alejandro Balde as a left back, with Jules Koundé coming back to the starting 11 as a right back, with Pau Cubarsí and Gerard Martin as a centre backs. Today, Eric Garcia will play as a holding midfielder, with Pedri also coming back to the starting 11, and Dani Olmo, 2 goals against Alaves, playing as an attacking midfielder. And our forwards, the trident, Lamine Yamal at the right, Raphinha at the left, and Robert Lewandowski, our striker.
Thank you very much, Marc. There you have it then. Barça's lineup tonight. Big night, Alex. We know that. And that's the team that Hansi Flick goes for. He stays with the front 3 of Lamine, Lewandowski, Raphinha. We knew he had decisions to make in midfield, with Pedri coming back in, with De Jong pulling out last minute here with fever in the morning. Thoughts on that?
Oof. I think Pedri hopefully is going to be okay. We saw him out.
Yeah.
He looks good. He looks confident. I think he's happy to be back, so the motivation is there. Eric Garcia obviously playing there as a little cushion there for Cubarsí and Gerard Martin, which is, I think, is probably the biggest talking point tonight, with Cubarsí and Gerard Martin there as centre back pairing. Eric Garcia being, you know, their little cushion, maybe going into back 5 when Atletico are you know, playing quite high, maybe trying to block in those through balls through the middle. So Cubarsí goes out to Koundé, Gerard Martin goes out to Balde. I don't know what Hansi Flick has up his sleeve, but I think Eric Garcia there in the midfield is probably the key factor. Yeah,
certainly a fascinating lineup. He sticks with Gerard Martinez centre-back, as you said, Alex, which is certainly a big call. I thought he did do really well there against Athletic, I must say. So hopefully he pulls things off tonight. And yeah, of course, Pedri, I'm not sure maybe whether Flick would have wanted to throw him in, but maybe with De Jong missing, he thinks, I need someone of that prowess in there. Right, all that being said, Alex, I have a question for you. And I have a question indeed for all of you watching on. By the way, a massive warm welcome to all of you. Get your questions in the chat as always. We'll say a good hello to you as ever very shortly. Who will be the key player for today's game is question for you all in the chat. And indeed for you, Alex Ibarteta. I've got Cubarsí, Pedri and Raphinha. 3 big players for Barça right throughout last season.
Yeah.
Whose night is it going to be tonight?
I think in any big game, you always want to see Pedri perform. I think Cubarsí is going to be very, very busy, basically kind of holding up that back line through the centre. Raphinha, he's motivated, but you know what? I think I'm going to go for Pedri. I think the you know, driving in the midfields, handling the rhythm, controlling the rhythm overall, especially Atletico. We know they're very aggressive on the attack. We know that they're non-stop. They are a tiring team to play against. You need someone to keep the heads cool, keep the team calm. You ideally wanted Pedri and Frenkie de Jong together because they do that outstandingly together. But I think Pedri is going to be very, very key in keeping us settled against a team who just aggravates us, essentially.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think I'm going to go for Pedri too, Alex. So he got the goal in this fixture last season.
Yeah.
I do think Cubartisi's got a big job tonight, leading that back line with Gerard Martin next to him. And he's going to have to be, a wise head on our young shoulders. Raphinha, I do think, in the game against Alaves, just brought up our level to an unbelievable level. Do you know what I mean? He just adds that differentiating factor.
When Raphinha is on, he's easily one of the best, if not the best player on the pitch.
Yeah,
a lot of the time.
I'd have to agree with you. I think we missed him so much. He said, I miss you guys more than you miss me. Not the case at all. In the chat, we've got Blita Malaguita. Hola, culers. Buona tarda. We have Dro saying hello, and he says Raphinha, easy MVP. Let's hope that is indeed the case today. We've got Mac Lundqvist is also there. Hola. We've got Lucas Con is in there. Blita Malaguita, hello again. Plenty in the chat. Right then, who was the key player? Let me know in the chat. A few moments ago, Hansi Flick spoke to Marc Casado. Let's get the manager's thoughts before the game.
As always, before the match, we're going to talk with our coach, with Hansi Flick. Hansi, good evening. How are you? Well, first of all, as you said yesterday, big match today, a Champions League game, really against a Champions League. I mean, a team from our level from Champions League. So what do you expect?
No, a very good team. So also they spend a lot of money also at the beginning of the season. Have a lot of quality in the team, but also the coach is good. But we also have the quality. Of course, we're missing now Frankie, but at the end it's like that. We have to manage it.
In the lineup, we're going to see the three forwards again, Lamine, Raphinha, Lewandowski. Those three players are scoring more than 50 goals last season. So how important also will be today to be effective as you did, for example, last season against Atletico?
Of course, this is our plan that we come back on these levels, but we go step by step. This is the most important thing. At the moment, we are top of the table. With all these things, what happens in the last month, we can be happy about that. But we also know that it's not the end. The end is in May, the end of May, and there also we want to have a great situation, same like today.
And let me ask you one question. Once Atletico, you always said that we have to focus on ourselves, but it's a little bit different, this Atletico, with only one forward, Julian, not with Sorloth, not with Griezmann. It's a little bit different. What do you expect about them?
No, they have also in the offense very good player. I think also the transition they make also very, very dangerous. So we have to be ready for that. This is what I want from the team. But also they have a lot of quality they can bring in. So we'll see what happens.
Again, good luck.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Our coach analyzing Atlético de Madrid. We will face today this team. We hope that we're going to get 3 points and get again on the top of the table.
There you have it then, words of Hansi Flick. Thank you very much, Marek. I think he'll know, Hansi, won't he, that this is one of those big games in the season. He probably will feel that Barça can lay down a marker in this sort of fixture with the way the league table is currently too.
No, definitely. I think Hansi Flick is always he wants to take away the pressure from the team, take away the pressure from the players. Internally, I'm sure they all know exactly what this game means. Whether Hansi Flick is going to tell Marc Casado what he really thinks about this fixture is going to be a different thing. But no, I think everybody knows. I think they know. Dropping points to a direct rival, it always hurts. Especially when you have, Real Madrid have to play against them. It's like a three-way love triangle of dropping points between Real Madrid, Atletico, and Barça a lot of the time in the top of the table. So it's an important game. All the players know that. We're seeing them now. I think they look very calm, considering, and I think that's a good sign as well. But everybody knows, and I think Hansi Flick always does a good job to kind of take the pressure off his players, and especially from the media perspective, and Hansi Flick is the man to trust. Yeah,
I'd have to agree. I want to give a big shout out to all of you in the chat. If you're on the chat, it does mean that you are a premium member. You're a premium member of Barca's YouTube channel, and of course you can make yourself a premium member right now. So go and do it, my friends. Go and do it. If you're not already, you can interact with us. You can get exclusive live streams, exclusive polls that you can make your thoughts heard on, like, for example, sending in your questions to the players ahead of Champions League games. Just this time last week, Raphinha was answering your guys' questions, which is just a cool feature that you've got. So what are you waiting for? Make sure you guys make yourself YouTube premium members. Go ahead and do it, guys. Why not? You can interact with us. And you can use the great emojis we've got, which I think
talking to us is the bigger
that
win.
goes above than
It's a winner than talking to Raphinha, I would say. I don't know.
Different priorities. Well, everyone can decide on that. Right then, we've spoken about the Barça lineup. Let's go through the Atletico de Madrid lineup then, Alex. Today's opponents, we know this is one of the toughest tests of the season.
Yeah.
There you have it on your screens. Oblak, Molina, Jimenez, Lenglet, and Hancock across the back four. Johnny Cardoso's next to Barrios in midfield. Watch out for Giuliano Simeone, the son of the manager. Alex Baena in the number 10 role. Nico Gonzalez off the left. And watch out for Julian Alvarez up front. They are missing a few players. No Lenormand, no Marcos Llorente. Probably makes them weaker. But it's still a strong team, and we know how good of a form Atleti have been in, right?
Yeah, no, I think Atletico have been really, really good this season, last season. We know the battles that we had with them last season. For better, for worse. It wasn't, it's never an easy game against Simeone team. You know they're going to be attacking. You know they're going to be defensive. You know they're going to be aggressive. They're the Energizer bunny that just never stops. And it's annoying. They're an annoying team to play against. You can't really predict. You can't predict what they're going to do. But I think what's been most impressive about them is the way that they've been kind of attacking. They've always been a very defensive team, but now I think they've finally got that balance between defensive actions and attacking actions, and the quality of the players in each of those parts of the pitch. Julian Alvarez is probably the biggest one to watch, especially when he's probably looking at that Cubarsí, Gerard Martin. He's like, oof, this is this could be a big night for me, and it is worrisome. Gerard Martin, Cubarsí are outstanding defenders, but they are young. They're still prone to errors, and a player like Julian Alvarez, who really enjoys football right now, it's a scary thought. Eric Garcia there is gonna be there to defend his little boys in the centre backs. But no, Atletico is good, but Julian Alvarez, I think, for Atletico, looking up against our lineup is one to watch.
Yeah, 100%. They do have some very strong players in that. I'm immediately looking. I've accidentally put the Barça lineup back on my screen. Apologies. You can see Alex Baena there in behind. Julian Alvarez, certainly an exciting prospect, I think, for Atleti. So certainly lots to watch out for Barça. There is the Barça team for you. We'll just got to do a quick mention regarding the ticket situation that occurred on Saturday. Today, the club has released a statement with the reasons for the issues that did occur during that match against Alaves. And tomorrow, there'll be a press conference to give further details on that. There is also a full press release on the FC Barcelona website in regard to what happened on Saturday in that game against Alaves, where certain fans couldn't enter the stadium, and hopefully that is now all resolved. Right then, we got a round, Alex, coming up here of Guess the Player, which, if I'm not wrong, we've actually both got to help each other today, because this has been prepared by a certain Robert, who is today in the control room.
Right.
And
last time we did this, we ended up successful. So
you did well. You did really well, and they weren't easy, by the way. They weren't easy. So
I feel like this is not gonna. Let's see this.
He's been conjuring up some spells behind the scenes. So let's see what he's got available for us. Right, number one is on your screen. By the way, people in the chat, play along, get your answers in. What have you got for us? Robert, they're past scorers against Atleti. They're players who've scored in the past against Atleti. Are there any Super Barça fans in the chat who may know the answer to this one? Yeah, what?
The hair's throwing me off.
It's almost like a nice little flick to it. I mean,
the first player I thought it was Sergio Roberto.
Okay. Sergio Roberto, okay.
But
he was around that season. I'm just not sure.
he had the. I know he used that. But I can't think of another player.
But I'm trying to think of attackers who were around in that time. Pedro, Alexis was in that kit.
Yeah, but Alexis doesn't have that flowy hair, It's the flow, probably. It's like yours. It's flowy.
Mine's not flowy so much anymore. David Villa is one I was thinking about as well, in terms of a striker who's been there.
That's a good shout.
Fabregas, Villa says Dros says Villa.
Should we go with Villa?
Mac Lumbis says Fabregas maybe. Crazy Live says Villa. Draw again says Villa, right? Question mark.
I think we should go with the chat. Fabregas has flowier hair than David Villa.
There's some good answers in there. Right, let's see what this one is. What have you gone for final answer?
I'll go with the chat. Chat is always right. David Villa.
Go on, trust the chat.
Venga.
And the chat would be. Oh, I've gone into the new one. Apologies, I've gone on too far. The chat would be right.
Epa!
Well done, people in the chat. That was a difficult one, by the way. That was tricky first time around. That was a tricky first one. So well done to all of you who got it in. And to be fair to you, there are quite a few. Right, let's go on to question number 2. Ooh. I have a little bit of a stat about this shirt, you know. If this is the home game in 2012, this was my first ever Barça game that I was at.
Okay. And what do you remember from that?
Yeah, 2012-13. Adriano scored an unbelievable goal. We were 1-0 down to Falcao. Adriano scored an unbelievable goal, and then Busquets scored. Okay. Who I think that's Busquets.
Yeah.
And Messi scored twice in the second half.
Yeah, that doesn't look like Messi.
No, right in the goals. Right, let's
go on. Busquets then.
I'm gonna go Busquets.
No.
I want to see if anyone else.
I don't think I can argue with your kind of debate there. Sergio Busquets, I think.
That's a good one. I don't know. I wonder if Robert knew that I had been at that game. But yeah, that's one that I do remember well. Let's see if we get any messages in the chat. By the way, Pirita Malaguita is praising Dro for his excellent contribution so far. Dro says the GOAT, I think. Like I said, I was at the game and Messi did score, but I'm almost certain the answer is
Sergi
Busquets. One of the only goals he ever really scored in a funny way.
Not you were there for a Busi goal. Which
I know, exactly. Exactly. It's
he did that for you, Pablo.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Crazy Live said Jordi Alba. I didn't see any correct answers in the chat, which was pretty much says it all. I said that wasn't an easy.
Yeah, one. No, it wasn't. Especially his hair like that.
I can imagine why Robert threw it in there. Right then, let's get on to the next one. Oh, I think I might have this one. You know,
is that Rafa?
I don't think it's Rafa.
No.
Don't be fooled, this was at the Spotify Camp Nou. In fact, this was in the last game we played against Atleti at the Spotify Camp Nou.
Is that Pedri?
It's not Pedri.
22-23.
Yeah, 22-20. Yeah, one of the only scorer. We were playing in the Seniera kit, but it was a home game. I'm almost certain I've got this right.
All right, go on.
I'm almost certain
what does the chat say? Let's see what the chat says.
I'll tell you what, they're not starting today, but they are on the bench today.
Okay.
Don't know if that gives you any sort of inclination.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat has it right.
Is it?
It is indeed. Adam Lavaran says Ferran. Bruna says Ferran. Crazy Live says Ferran. Sokule 1899 says Ferran. The answer is
Ferran. What a pleasant photo of the shark.
That's brutal.
That's Pablito playing paddle against me.
Yeah. Ends up on. Ferran actually ended up on the winning side that day, so maybe not.
Yeah, fair.
Slight differentiation in that regard. Not recommended by the way, to anyone in the chat. There you have it then. Well done to anyone who got all of the correct answers. On that one, by the way, wasn't easy, especially I think the first two weren't easy. The first one for me was not easy at all.
And you got the Busi one by deduction.
The Busi was, I did indeed get the Busi one right. Going to get our lineup back on the screen. For your reminder, we've got Joan Garcia in goal, Koundé, Cubarsí, Gerard Martin and Balde across the back four. Eric Garcia is next to Pedri in midfield. Olmo is in the number 10 spot. And Lamine Yamal is going to be up front with Lewandowski and Raphinha. Rate it 1 to 10 in the chat. Get your thoughts on there. Get involved. And I can see we have a very special someone pitch side. Marc Brau, good evening. How are you doing? Big night this for Barça. How's the mood?
Hi again, guys, and first of all, welcome back, Alex. You know that this is your home, so let's gonna think that you were gonna be the lucky charm also for the team and to get the 3 in a row here at Spotify Camp Nou. Well, as I said in my first connection explaining you the lineup, I think that today the mood is quite different from the other days. Why? Because today it's football night. Of course, Pablo, Alex, you know that always is special the atmosphere when a game is played here at Spotify Camp Nou, but the other games against Atletico Bilbao, of course, that game was the first one. Many things talking about, not of the game. Last Saturday against Alaves, many people thinking about this game, and today it's quite different. I think that, of course, we're going to get 45,000 people here, because remember, it's the maximum of attendance for the moment permitted here at the new Spotify Camp Nou. But of course, for me, today it's quite different. When you have the calendar of always, you're going to look at home, Barça Madrid, and the second one, Barça Atletico Madrid. So today, big day here, and as I said, the mood is very positive because Paulo and Alex, of course, always, when we are in a good way, we are thinking positive, but especially about what happened last Sunday against the game against Girona and Real Madrid. Today, we're the leaders. So I think that today we got good opportunity, good chance to put some pressure on Real Madrid, guys.
Yeah, 100%. But it does feel like a really big night in the complexion of the La Liga season. I'm not sure how much time you've got, Brau, but could I maybe get a score prediction from you? ahead of tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. You know that I'm always a little bit conservative, but I will go with goals. 5 goals. Remember what happened last games between Barça and Atletico de Madrid? Remember the 2-4 in Metropolitano for the comeback from the 2-0 for the 2-4 in La Liga? Remember what happened in the first leg of semi-finals of the Copa del Rey from the 0-2, 4-2 and then 4-4 finally? Oh, some lights, some party here. Some party here. Oh, I like it. First party night here at Spotify Camp Nou. Well, I think it's the perfect moment just to say my prediction for today. I think that Barça are going to win today 3-2. But I have to say that we're going to suffer a little bit.
Yeah. Marc, thank you very much. Enjoy the game. We'll see you and we'll chat to you very shortly. There you have it, Marc Brau's prediction. Alex, that's going to give us a chance also to get our predictions in there. I'll go to you first. Let's get them in there. There they are, people. We've got 4 today as well because Robert from the control room, fan favourite here, of course, the main man on the show, he says 2-0 clean sheet. I know you've been wanting that clean sheet for a long time, Robert. Let's hope we get one tonight. Alex, you've matched Brau?
I've matched Brau. Hopefully I am the lucky time.
Yes.
Back in the seats, back watching the game with you guys, and it's a game to watch essentially. I think Marc Brau's reasoning kind of sums up what I thought of as well. It could go both ways. It could be a 1-0 or it could be an absolute goal fest. I think it's just depending. And I think the way that both teams are right now, Atletico are doing really well. We're motivated considering the past 2 matches and the what Marc said, we are top of the table and we want to keep that going. So I think motivation from both sides, I think, gives way for a high scoring game.
Yeah, fair enough. I have gone for a slightly more conservative prediction, probably maybe the most of the night. I've gone 2-1.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a proper difficult game for Barça. I really do. And I think, in fact, actually, it becomes almost more important because you look at some of our previous big games this season. I think Chelsea away from home, Madrid away from home, even PSG at home, and we've come out on the losing side in those ones. So I feel like this is a big hurdle for the Barça players tonight. We did so well in big games last season, and I think actually against Atleti in particular, we played some of our best football in those games. So I'm really, really hoping that tonight we can show some of that football and produce I want it to be a special night at the Spotify Camp Nou. I really do. I know, Alex, you've been there before. It feels special though, right, once you're in there?
Yeah, no, it's homecoming. It's homecoming essentially, and I know the club they're doing a lot of work to make the match day, very, very special. The lights we saw Marc Casado there being cut by light show and everything, the music, the animation, it's special to be back there. The club are working really hard to make it home and make it special and make it different to what was Spotify Camp Nou before to what it is now. And tonight is the night for that. Again, the first match there was special, but you're playing against Atletico de Madrid. It's one of the biggest games, and you need your crowd there. You need motivation. You need the players to feel good. You go into a match, you see everybody, you see the clubs, you see the colours, you see, the environment. We're seeing it there now. It's absolutely outstanding, and it's what we need. It's what we want.
100%.
And you have the crowd behind you, and the players are motivated to play in their pitch at their home, and for a game like this, it really does matter. Yeah,
100%. Right, we've got a pre-game quiz prepared by Marc Brau for us. We're going to race through it, Alex.
Let's go.
Let's get question number 1 on our screen right now. Who scored more goals? And, of course, live chat, play along. Get your answers in the chat. Who scored more goals versus Atletico de Madrid last season? Remember, we played them 4 times. We played them 4 times in total. Was it Pedri, Lewandowski, or Ferran Torres?
I think I'm gonna just from quick fire Ferran Torres.
I like it. I like the answer from you. I like the quick fireness, and I like the answer too. Woo! Ferran Torres. If I'm not wrong, he got 3, I think, against him. He got 3. I don't know what's confirmed. He got 3 against him. 2 in the league, the comeback, and then 1 in the cup. All at the Metropolitano. Ferran Torres, well done if any of you got that in the chat too. Ferran got the most goals against Atleti last season. I think Pedri got 2 as well, actually.
Yeah, no, that's why it was. I almost said Pedri. Yeah, he did get 2. I remember that was in the cup fight. He got the cup game, wasn't it?
He got 1 in the cup and 1 in the league. But both nice goals, actually. Right. This is good. Who scored his first goal versus Atletico? Was it Cubarsí, Gerard Martin, or Marc Casado? Who got their first goal for Barça against this team? This is a good one, Alex.
That is a good one.
I think if you dig deep, you got this one, I really do.
I can remember Gerard Martin's celebration. I just can't remember what game it was.
Okay.
It's the first one that came to my mind. Should I go with my gut instinct and just go Gerard Martin?
Go with what you need.
I'll go with Gerard Martin just because for some reason he came to my head.
Okay, Alex.
That reaction, I know it's wrong.
Forward.
You give it away, Pablo. You give it away way too early.
You know what I think? I think of Gerard Martin because we were on a Barça Live with Spence, and Gerard Martin did score his first Barça goal against Real Sociedad.
Okay.
This one is...
Guarci.
Guarci scored it. Also in that cup game, Alex. Also in the cup game, yeah.
It is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's a classic and a great moment. Yeah.
For better or worse, I've put that cup game in the deep folders of my mind.
Fair enough. It was a stressful one. Prita Malaguita was putting Guarci emojis in the chat. So congratulations. Right. Final question. Third and final question. Who scored the last Atletico goal at the Spotify Camp Nou? Oh, this is tricky.
Ooh.
Griezmann, Luis Suarez, or Sorot. So I'm guessing this is a goal for Atletico against us at Spotify Camp Nou. I can't be Sorloth.
I was thinking more Grisu.
It's either Griezmann or Suarez for sure.
I think I'm gonna go with Grisu.
You going Grisu?
Yeah.
We last beat them 1-0 in that game. That was a Ferran goal. Before then we won 4-2 at home, I think. But Carrasco scored in that game. I don't know if Suarez did score in the end though. I
can't remember.
Was Griezmann at Atleti then though? No. I'm not sure where Griezmann was. Is my thing. Bruna says Sorloth. Dros says Griezmann.
Oh.
I think it could be Suarez. Sokole says Griezmann. I could be completely wrong here. Let's have a look.
Let's have a look
Who this is. Suarez.
Oh.
Luis Suarez in the 4-2. Carrasco and Suarez. And it was. Yeah, there you go. Suarez.
There you go.
Oh, Bruna says I read the question wrong. Okay. I changed degrees. Still wasn't correct, unfortunately, Bruna. So, unfortunately, none for you there. There you have it then, the pre-game quiz in the bag. Let's get that Barça lineup back on our screens. We're just moments away from kickoff here. Joan Garcia, Koundé, Guarci, Gerard Martin, and Balde across the back five for Barça. Eric Garcia is next to Pedri in midfield. He comes back into the starting 11. Yep. Olmo is in the number 10 position. Lamine Yamal is in on the right wing. Lewandowski is down the middle, and Raphinha is off the left. Very shortly, we will, of course, be moving over to game commentary. Before that, remind all of you to sign up to Barça's YouTube Premium package. It gives you lots of advantages. All of you who are in the chat currently are a YouTube Premium members, so lots to get excited about. Do not forget it. Get yourselves in there. And of course, it'll mean you get to interact during this Barça Atleti, which we're fingers crossed hoping is one of our big moments of the season. I feel like it could be a moment that maybe gives us an impulse
the moment
the season. We come off the back of that big win against Alaves, of course. Madrid slipped up against Girona. They play Athletic Club tomorrow night, so it does feel like it could be one of those really, really big moments that could just turn the tide in the season. The players are in the tunnel. Watch out for Julian Alvarez today. Could be one of his big nights. Barça will have to keep him quiet if they want all 3 points in this one. Referees in the tunnel too. Gerard Martin, by the way, as you can see on your screen, starting at left back today. Feels like Barça know this is one of those pivotal moments. Raphinha is also having a word with the Burgos Bengochea there as final preparations being made for this one, Alex.
Yeah. We're ready to go. The tunnel is focused, laser focused there from Raphinha, from Joan, from Pedri.
Yep, and that means it's time for game commentary. It's Barça versus Atlético de Madrid in La Liga. One of the big games of the season, without a doubt. Barça are back to the top of the table. They can extend that lead to 4 points tonight before Madrid face Athletic Club tomorrow evening. The Spotify Camp Nou is ready for one of, hopefully, its historic nights. Certainly in the new stadium too. Barça have won 2 from 2 at the new ground. They're hopefully going to make it 3 from 3 here, although without a doubt you'd imagine this is going to be their biggest test yet at their new ground. Alex Ibarteta, Atletico de Madrid are in town. That means it's always a cracker.
No, it's goosebumps now listening to the Barça anthem play in the stadium. Lights in, you hear the crowd. I'm assuming it's going to be an almost sold out, if not sold out crowd. Absolute goosebumps right now from the pitch. You can only be happy as a player saying that. You can only be motivated as a player saying that. You want to be there to play in front of your fans. You want to have, you want to give them results, and I think the players really, really feel that. And just, it's outstanding. I'm speechless because we've been waiting for these moments in the Spotify Camp for so long now, and they're back. They're back. It's the first big match back in the stadium, and it's outstanding. I think everyone is motivated, including the players, and hopefully again 3 for 3.
Yeah, let's hope so, Alex. Yeah, let's hope so. It definitely does feel like it's the toughest. Yeah, here is the Barça team then. Joan Garcia starts in goal. Balde's at left back. Koundé is at right back. Cubarsí is next to Gerard Martin at centre back. Pedri next to Eric Garcia in midfield. He does step into midfield. De Jong has fever. Olmo is in the number 10 spot, which leaves room for Raphinha, Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal across the front three. That's pretty strong, Alex, I think, considering the players Barca still have missing, of course. And Flick, I mean, he had to go strong, of course, tonight.
Yeah, no, you can't really go less than El Tridente up front. Pedri was kind of the big question mark there, but obviously with Frankie de Jong being out, you do need that player again, to conduct the rhythm, to be the anchor in the midfield, to keep everyone calm, control the ball. Again, Atletico are in a very aggressive, fast, quick, non-stop. They are just a tiresome team to play against. And if we let us, when we started against Chelsea, we never took control of the game. Chelsea were just non-stop for 90 minutes, and Atletico can easily be that team. And I think Pedri is going to be very, very key in the midfield to kind of conduct everyone around him. And hopefully the team, has the mindset to be able to put up with a team like Atletico, learn from Chelsea and take it into this match. I think it's not going to be a far-off match from what we saw in the Champions League. But now we have El Tridente up front, and hopefully we see some magic between everyone.
Yeah, 100%. It's a game that speaks for itself. Atleti line up quickly. Oblak, Molina, Jimenez, Lenglet and Hanko. Johnny Cardoso, Barrios just ahead of them. Simeone, Baena and Nico Gonzalez in behind. Julian Alvarez, we're underway here at the Spotify Camp Nou. As a misplaced pass immediately, was a deflection. It'll be an Atleti throw-in, as you said, Alex, from the tickets available, roughly 45,000. You'd expect every single one taken this evening. A very warm welcome to everyone tuning in too on Barça Live for what we hope is one of the big games of the season so far. Definitely feels like it, as Gerard Martin called into some first action of the evening. He plays centre-back this evening. Well, Barça will hopefully avoid what they couldn't avoid in the cup game at Montjuic last season, when Atleti scored 2 goals within the opening 5 minutes. It was Alvarez and then Griezmann who scored on that occasion. They have had early possession here, and you were speaking, Alex, about the fact that, well, people often speak about Atleti being defensively sound, and they are. They've conceded less goals than anyone in La Liga this season, but they've got a lot of attacking quality. I mean, I'm looking immediately at Baena with Alvarez ahead of him, and just thinking that's a dangerous little duo that Barca really are going to have to be watchful of.
Yeah, no, and these players are full with confidence right now. They're not players to kind of shy down from any opportunities. They take on 1v1s, they take in the space, they take the opportunities, and we're seeing Atletico right now. It's been a minute and a half so far of the match, and they've been attacking for the minute and a half. They're motivated, they're strong, and they're persistent. Again, they're a very annoying team. Opa.
Well, Lamin's trying to whip one around the back to Raphinha. Risky from Oblak. He decided to take charge of it, and Atleti have almost made a hash of that. This does give me the chances. There's a question in the YouTube live chat for you guys right now. We'll get on that in just a moment, because here come Atleti. Well watched by Eric Garcia. He got in there. Question in the chat then. Who will score the first goal of the match? Alex, I encourage you to play along too. There's a vote, there's a poll going on for you to play along. Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, Raphinha, or other. You've got 4 options there, so feel free to go left field. Lamine usually gets the most votes. I'll give you a spoiler, but be your own person.
Okay, I'm going to be my own person. Dani Olmo.
Okay, oh, I like that. Dani Olmo. Okay, first scorer. I'm going to go Raphinha. I think come on.
It's a strong answer. Raphinha's a strong answer.
They're all strong answers.
It's a strong answer.
I'm going to go Raphinha. Mark Brau, your pitch side. Good evening. Hello, you're in position. How are you feeling ahead of this one? How's the atmosphere building up now that we've played a good 2.5 minutes?
Hi again, guys. Do you listen fine for me? Because today it's a very big atmosphere. As you're going to notice there, a lot of lights here in the Spotify Camp Nou for the first time. I think it was a good show, what we got before the game. And today is different, for sure. From the first second, Barça fans are singing, Barça fans are trying to whistle Atletico de Madrid attack. So as I said, today big night here at Spotify Camp Nou, but we must say that for the moment Atletico starts better, so Barça have to keep good shape in defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more, Marc. And it's interesting there, Alex, that Marc said it feels like it feels different, doesn't it? We probably thought that would be the case with how big of a clash it is. And he's quite right in saying Atleti have started better. Barça scramble this one clear. Have not really been out of our own half in the opening 3 minutes. Maybe that will suit us well, because here comes Raphinha.
Wepa.
Oh, he's in behind
Wepa.
here for the Lamine Yamal pass, and just recovering in time. I think that was Alex Baena all the way back there.
Yeah,
there you go.
That was an outstanding run from Raphinha. Brilliant swing. Lamine Yamal just tried to play that about 2 minutes ago outside of the foot swinger, in behind the Atletico defense. But Raphinha just got a weird touch on the ball, and the ball went behind him.
Well, here come Barça again, crossed in. You've got the flick cam on your screens to see the reactions of Barça's coach this evening. As Oblak comfortably has the ball. Yeah, we've seen that twice already, Alex. We know that's a move Lamine likes to make. He certainly will be one of those happiest to see Raphinha back. You'd feel with the runs that Raphinha makes in behind. He tried to pick him out there for the second time already in 4 minutes. Very nearly came off on the second time. Here come Atleti with Baena. Good defending from Lamine, tracking back there, and does very well indeed. He's still going here, Lamine. Hopefully it's one of his special nights. And Pedri back in midfield too. I think you called him out as the key player on it.
Yeah.
Pedri back in the midfield tonight. I mean, how vital is that going to be?
I mean, we just saw just there, Jules Koundé was being pressed by Atletico player. Jules Koundé recovered the ball, gave it to Lamine. Lamine does a Lamine Yamal trick.
Yeah.
Take one from the book, pick it. They're all good. Gives it to Pedri. What does Pedri do? He stops, he passes it back to his centre backs, and everyone regroups. And it's again, it sounds, you put it out of context and it sounds so boring to just do a pass back from the centre backs. But then we had Lamine, Jules Koundé on one side of the pitch, everything was pressed. Pedri stops, looks around. He knows when to go and when not to go. Yeah. And I think that's the key, and everybody follows him. So if he's going to pass it back, everyone chills out. If Pedri turns, gives it back to Lamine Yamal, that is the go-to attack. It's again that key to just go in key moments, because again, we can't tire ourselves out. Atletico are a tiresome team. I keep saying it. But now we've finally, after 5 minutes of Atletico attacking us, we've finally regained possession, and we're just passing the ball around, knocking the ball around. Atletico doing what they do, and they drop back in and hold up.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you can see it, isn't it? Pattern of play has almost finally been set 5 minutes in. It sometimes takes less, but that looked like a foul on Koundé to me. Surely it has been given.
It is.
I thought these 4 games last season were amazing. The ones who were great. I mean, the league game here, Alex, was unbelievable. I thought we were brilliant. We were missing quite a few big players, Lamine included for that one. 1-0 up with a Pedri goal, and then Atleti in the last minute
Pablo.
won it with Sola. Yeah, go
Someone's injured. Someone's injured. You have to help me with the player. But I think that just a few minutes ago, those players also had some problems. You have to help me.
Yeah, he went up for a header with Dani Olmo in the throw-in.
It's Cardoso, I think,
in the first minute.
Cardoso, I have to admit that I'm just at the other goal. I'm very close to Joan Garcia right now, and you have to help me with the player. But the referee stopped the game just at the time that Koundé was fouled. So some time for the moment is wasting, but of course it seems that Atletico Madrid player is in troubles.
Yeah,
I have to say that there's one Atletico Madrid player also warming up, also very far from my position, but
yeah, Marc, it looks as though Cardoso got a bit of a whack off of Olmo, and they were both jumping for the ball.
No, but I think it's his hamstring when he landed. Then he went down.
I don't know. Well, for the moment he's walking fine.
He's back.
Yeah, I think he will be fine. Remember, Johnny Cardoso, holding midfielder, coming from Betis. He did a great job last season, and he was injured just in a few games this season. But it's quite important. Remember that, for example, today Koke, the captain, is not playing, and usually in the big games, Johnny Cardoso is playing with next to Barrios, the same as they did against Inter last Tuesday.
Yeah, there you go. So it was actually Koke, Marc, who was warming up, by the way. You said you couldn't see who it was. It was indeed Koke who was warming up, but no need in the end for Atleti because Cardoso looks as though he's going to be okay to carry on. The results are in, by the way, Alex, from the poll for who will score the first match. Lamine Yamal's got 55%.
Shocking.
He's often had more than that, by the way. He's often had more. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a bit more divided.
Yeah, exactly.
This time around.
I think maybe because Raphinha's back and he's got 23. Raphinha, the Brazilian.
Okay,
Lewandowski's got 16, and other, which would of course include your Olmo vote, has 6. So a little more varied. I don't mind it. And I think
like it.
That comes from Raphinha being back in. Here is Lamine then, jotted inside to Eric Garcia, inside now to Olmo. Nice football this from Barça. Lewandowski, can he get a shot away? He does. It's blocked.
I'm liking the dynamic between Pedri, Eric Garcia and Dani Olmo. We saw it there. Eric Garcia was at one point the 10. Dani Olmo dropped down to the 6. And
Raphinha blazed over the top of the bar. Yeah, some nice interchange already from Barça.
Yeah, no, the midfield 3 are working really well together. I think that's going to be key. If each of them are static in their own positions, it's going to be quite easy to defend. If you have Pedri up, Dani Olmo dropping deep, that's us exploiting the spaces that Atletico leave behind, and I think that's going to be one of the biggest keys of the match, is exploiting the spaces that they leave behind in quick transitions, or just move them around, again just playing our chess.
Yeah,
and I think Atletico can be...
Watch out here, Eric Garcia's got defended through. He does it ever so well, like he's done all season. Good from Eric Garcia, did really well, strong in the tackle. Now Lamine Yamal looks like he's in the mood tonight, doesn't he, Lamine?
Yeah.
He's just lost out there again. Referee letting things play. Says nothing in that either. That midfield 3, you were mentioning it, Alex.
Yeah.
Vital tonight they get it right. Flick has had to mix up, it feels, every line of the pitch due to injuries mainly this season and unavailability of players, and he's had to try and find formulas. I think in the centre-back partnership he's had to do the same thing.
Yeah.
The back 4, even the goalkeepers had to come in and out. The front 3's been loads of changes, and midfield 3, I mean, you look at personnel-wise, Olmo, Pedri, Eric Garcia, it's pretty strong to me, but of course you've got players like Fermin missing, De Jong, who you'd love for a game like this too.
Yeah, no, definitely Fermin as well. The energy that he's been bringing this season, especially the goals that he can bring from outside of the box, I think are quite key. Because we're seeing now Atletico, we have the ball, they're dropping into a back 5. So you need to, have the spaces, let Lewandowski draw in the defenders, have someone attack the space that he leaves in behind. That could be, again, Dani Olmo does that really, really well. And Raphinha here gets the ball. Gets
him behind to the byline where he likes it. Raphinha just halted there, though, by Molina as Atleti tried to break away. I'm happy though, Alex. It looks as though we've managed to set the pattern of play, which is we want to dominate things. We want to pin Atleti, and I know that can be dangerous because they are so good when they get behind the ball. As it were, here comes a question from Mr. Robert. What will the key of the game be, Alex? I think this is crucial. Is it to match Atleti's intensity? You said how intense they are, how it's going to be tricky to match them and play at their pace. Is it to be careful in those early minutes? I mentioned the 2 goals they scored at Montjuic away from home for Atleti last season in the Cup. Is it to be careful? It looks as though we've managed the first 10 okay until this point. Atleti started strong. Or is it number 3 to break down the Simeone wall?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to give it number 3. I don't necessarily want to match Atletico's intensity because if you're not training to play at that intensity, it's just not possible. But also, it's not an easy game to play tactically either. I think our style of play is very, very opposite when it comes to that. So we do want to control the ball. We do want to find the spaces, move players around. And with the players that we have on the pitch, I think every single player is more than capable of that. You have the infamous Lamine, Koundé, Raphinha, Balde duos on the wing, move the players around. They're defending really well together right now. But again, Jules Koundé underlap, Lamine Yamal. And it's about breaking down that wall. It's about being patient and moving the players around, using the strengths of our players. Again, let Koundé have a shot from the top of the box. Let Lamine go, to the touchline, draw the defenders out, and let Koundé have a first-time shot. It's about breaking down the wall in the best way possible that we can do it with the players on the pitch.
I like your point about being careful with matching their intensity and almost saying it's not possible. Here comes Olmo. Nice spin from him on the half-time. Olmo across. Raphinha's in there. Got a striker on his right foot. Good block, though. I think it was Molina who came in and blocked Raphinha, watched him well, and that's going to be stopped there because the referee got in the way. I'd have to say I must agree with you. I think breaking down what Atleti put up is going to be tough. No one has conceded less goals than them in LaLiga this season. They're also an excellent run of form, the informed team in LaLiga right now. They didn't start very well at all. And watch out here because, Marc, we're getting some images of the Atleti bench, and Koke is putting his shin pads on.
Yeah, be careful with Baena.
Yeah, watch out because Alex Baena's on the ball first. More on that in a moment. Alex Baena to the back post, away by Gerard Martin, and behind for a corner. Marc.
Corner kick, the first one for Atletico Madrid. Yes, we said Koke is ready to enter, so it seems that Johnny Cardoso has to go out. There right now he's laying on the grass. So for sure he won't continue. I have to say that it's an important injury for Atletico. First of all, because they have to waste one of the substitution windows. Yeah. So remember, it's not easy when you have to make a substitution at the first half. But also because, as I said, Johnny Cardoso, instead he's the first season at Atletico, is important in the midfield position. He replaced Koke with a good level, and yeah, for sure we know what is the level of Koke, but he is experienced, but he's not used to play for the starting 11 this season. And of course, I think it's a bad news for Atletico de Madrid. So as we said, Koke will come in, Johnny Cardoso is out, so obligation Simeone must do that substitution due to Johnny Cardoso's injury. But we have to say, guys, have to be careful on corner kicks. Remember how good are Atletico de Madrid at set pieces, especially with players like Julian Alvarez or Jimenez, who scored the winning goal against Inter in the last Champions League game.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Marc, that Jimenez leap that won Atleti all 3 points against Inter very recently, not an easy thing to do. So then, early change for them. Koke is on for Cardoso, corners in. Raphinha watched it, there'll be another. Oh, it's going to be a goal kick, in fact.
Yeah, because the ball was out. The ball was out, yeah. And good counter-attack by Barça. So it's Pedri with ball.
Pedri's on it. Here comes Pedri driving forward. Lots of space ahead of him. Who does he pick out? Pedri picks out the Brazilian Raphinha. Raphinha onto his right foot now.
Shot.
Laid off now to Pedri. Delayed. Decided to cut back on himself. Now wide to Lamine Yamal. Where are his options? Lamine stands up his man. He's got Koundé on the overlap. Lamine inside. Gets a yard of space. Uses it and he blazes it over.
There's, not including Oblak, there was 9 Atletico players inside the box.
They got back so quick, didn't they?
There was 9. We had Lamine, Lewa, Raphinha, Pedri, and we had, I think, 5 players compared to Atletico's 9 players inside the box. That says it all. Yeah. That says it all about Simeone as well.
Yeah, you can see the stats are on your screen. Does feel like Barça starting to settle down. 15 minutes into play here. They've got 3 shots now to Atleti's none. That looked offside to me. It's going to be Juan Garcia's ball anyway. We've already got a good 60-plus % of possession too. Starting to settle into things, and it's starting to look rather positive, I'd say, for Barça. I'm pleased with the way we've started this game.
Yeah, we're getting high up the pitch with the ball very comfortably. Yeah. Atletico are trying to get in the early ball in behind Garcia and Gerard Martin. It's quite obvious what they want to do. Essentially, they're bypassing the midfields, going out wide through the middle with quick touches. But right now, we've been able to comfortably get the ball off the pitch. But I think we need another long spell of possession before we can actually, click. Yeah.
I think both teams still just feeling each other out right now, and just seeing where they're at. Atleti back in possession now with Longley. They made a great comeback, by the way, this season, Atleti. I mean, start of the campaign, they didn't win the first 4 match weeks, and they only won match day 5 off of the Julian Alvarez hat-trick, last-minute goal from him. And you think about it tonight, Alex, if they win, they go level on points with us. So they really have come roaring back. That's going to be a free kick, a foul there by Koundé. Bumped into Hanko as one of the summer signings for them. They made a few of those, and they do have options on the bench. But, hey, they are in real good form there. Now starting to push on in the Champions League too with that win against Inter. And in La Liga now starting to really make a name for themselves, when maybe people, I don't know if it was stupid or not, wrote them off, after 4 match weeks and saying they're not going to be near this year.
Yeah, no, I think it's so early on in the season. I think people forget that the season is so long. Yeah. I mean, I think we say every single season, and even at that, there's people always need to be reminded. It's so early in the season that what happens now can, have an effect towards the end of the season. Dropping points here can be crucial, but it doesn't have to be always. Yeah. And I think Atletico, they have the players. They did they had key signings. They have a lot of returning players, and they're a team that have been building for the past few seasons, especially with the key players. We see someone like Simeone, who's been growing and growing season past season. Julian Alvarez also has been growing, and it's a team that I don't think you can ever write off. Maybe they're not consistent enough. Yes, considering the players and the history that they have, they're definitely not consistent enough. But they're always going to be there, and you can never write them off.
Yeah, 100%. Whilst there's next stoppage of play, we're going to welcome some of the new members. You know how much we enjoy to do
we
that.
Love it.
So we'll get some new members. I can see even in live time, Alex, there's a lot of them who are making themselves members during this game. So either with the pack basic or the pack premium. There were a few of you also before the game. I've got a few of you noted down. I think it's time. Welcome, people. Welcome new members in the pack basic. We have got Nicolai's in there. We have also in the pack basic Ivan Chuek. Barça haven't on the attack. Interrupt me if they are, Alex.
I will.
David Gabriel, welcome to
Atletico on the
are in
attack.
behind. Well, here you go.
I think it was offside.
Big chance of Baena. He scored.
Offside.
Not going to count. We nearly had, thank you, Alex, we nearly had history there in welcoming the new members as the opponent scores. Robert, you remember it nearly happened to us the other day with Alaves. I'll continue. Jonas Opong, welcome to Pack Basic. Everyone take a breath. Biggest Bems, welcome also. Brian Mendoza Espinosa. That's tight, by the way, on Baena.
That is really
That's
tight.
Very tight.
What's the replay say?
Tight.
That's very tight indeed.
What's the replay says, guys?
It's
tight
or not?
I don't know. We need the line. It's very, very tight. To the eye, you can't see it.
It's really tight, that Mark. It really is. And I'll tell you what, watch out here because I'll tell you what, this is slightly worrying, I will say, for Barça.
Goal. It's goal for Atletico, guys.
It's a goal?
It's confirmed. Yeah. It's goal by Baena. So again, a team that pays us got a great pass from behind our defensive line, and then Baena got it, and what a brilliant finish also for Baena, I think.
Yeah,
he make a good small chip on Joan Garcia's going away, and finally Baena scores. Remember, former player by Villarreal, one of the best signings of Atletico Madrid this year. So, well, we have to do the same that against Alaves last Saturday. What a pity, but you said it was very close, and finally the VAR conceded the goal, so it's time to make another comeback this season. Remember,
it was a good run by Baena.
4 comebacks this season, but the last one was last Saturday, so we know how to do it.
Yeah, I apologise to the members who got welcomed there with a goal, by the way.
It was the worst moment possible, Pablo.
It was always going to happen one day, and it's happened to it's happened. Caught off on the counter away. By the way, Alex, Marc, that's an incredible stat by Atleti, as they've scored first in every game this season. They do it again here. Unbelievable, really, record they've got there. That's not to say they've won every game, of course, but they remain the side. History, they continue to make the second goal for Baena in LaLiga then, and well, offside trap was broken, and he's a player who, well, he's got the quality in the final third to stick the ball in the back, and then it's exactly what he did. When I saw the image, I thought he's maybe just
It was
off.
really, I think we needed the line for that. It was to the naked eye, you really couldn't see anything. They exploited the space there. We were on the attack, they recovered the ball. That space between Jules Conte and Gubarci was just exploited. Gubarci was the one that held the line up. And it was a good run. It was a transition. We literally recovered the ball within one pass. Baena was in behind Gubarci, and there was nothing to do there. Eric Garcia literally sprinted it faster than I ever could to try to get back, but Alex Baena had the advantage, and it was a really good finish past Joan Garcia.
Well, watch out, Barça.
Alejandro
Trying to respond
Balde.
immediately. Balde's in. He's cut inside. I thought he had the pass across to Lewandowski, I must say, but Balde elected to cut back inside. Maybe he couldn't quite see the run. And that looked like a free kick. Barça going to have to really respond here. Right, come on, Coolers. Get some hearts in the chat. Come on, we need them now. We need the support. We need a goal. So let's get them in there.
We need something.
We do. Amo.
Oh.
Because we've, like Matt said, we've come back already. We've got 12 points from losing positions already this season. This needs to be another game where that happens because Atleti, as they've always done this campaign, have scored first yet again. I'm not disliking Barca's performance so far tonight, though, Alex.
No.
I think we're playing
with
enough intensity about our game.
We're good. I just think we need to get in the box a lot more.
Yeah.
We're building possession. We're keeping possession. We're recovering well. We're just not really getting a lot of opportunities to actually get a shot on target. Alejandro Balde there had a really good. Here he
comes
is
again. Balde. His shot has actually fallen to Lewandowski. Balde is he looks in the mood, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely going on. Jules Koundé is attacking really high up, but Eric Garcia is getting himself in the box as well. So we're keen to attack, and I think all the players are being very, very dynamic, understanding that the way that Atletico's set up, you can't rely on your top 3 players. You need to move the players around, and there he is.
It's from Lamine. He's beaten a few players still. Lamine, it's unbelievable. Is it going to fall to a Barca player? It does with Pedri. Now Koundé to the byline, and no one's in there. That's where you'd expect Lewandowski to be waiting for it. Balde now attacking. Balde, can he cut inside? He can. He lays it back off to Gerard Martin. Raphinha. Lots of Barca attacking presence since they've conceded behind for a corner. Question for you, Alex. Here we go.
Stadium believes. Corner kick for Barca. Good reaction for the team after the goal received.
There he goes. Raphinha went like this to the crowd.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
We have the fire there. Right now, that was a really good string of attack for us into the box. Alejandro Balde actually did a brilliant ball there across the box, and there was another. And there is a corner by Dani Olmo.
By Olmo, up go the heads, away by Jimenez. It's going to fall to Lamine Yamal. We've got a question, by the way, for all of you to get your answers in the chat for. We'll discuss it in just a few moments' time, Alex. It's how does Barca react now? It looks as though they're reacting pretty well indeed. Keep the cool, calm heads. Use the wings more, or test Oblak from wherever. I must say, I want to see us test Oblak more. You were saying get in the box more, Alex. I think we need to get some shots away on Oblak's goal to see what he's made of right now, because Barca have attacked well, and here they come again. It's Olmo. Football's been good so far tonight. It doesn't quite on the same wavelength as Balde. Throw in.
We've been getting this string of attack is doing really, really well. We're just not getting that final click in the box for the final pass, the final attack. Again, Alejandro Balde did brilliant there to get into the byline. There wasn't that final pass. Jules Koundé did brilliant again to the byline. Cut through, literally no one touched it. There was about 4 Atletico Madrid players there. Nobody touched it. It's just getting that final pass, final touch, really. Playing advantage there after a foul on Eric Garcia, but I think we need something. We're doing well. We're keeping possession right now. We've had possession for few minutes, I would say 2-3 minutes at least.
Yeah, response has been good, to be fair. I'll say something. I thought we were doing pretty well before we conceded the goal. It sort of came out of nowhere, doesn't it? I mean, I was sort of half looking, half not, but it was sort of one ball in behind. And
Atletico de Madrid.
Yeah.
Atletico de Madrid.
Yeah.
It's again, they know what their strengths are. They know how to, and they did. I think they did really, really well in attacking the way that they did that play. There's.
Watch out, what a ball that is. Raphinha's in. Surely the equaliser. Yes, it is for Barca. Barca get the equaliser. It's Raphinha who scores their level at the Spotify Camp Nou. Raphinha, what a pass by Pedri. What a finish by the Brazilian. And Barca level here. Barca 1, Atleti 1.
Vamos. What a finish. Left Oblak in the dirt there. A little touch past Oblak, and he had an open net just to pass the ball through. Who assisted there?
I think that was Pedri, Alex.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Unbelievable from Pedri. Marc, Barca 1, Atleti 1. Raphinha's on the score sheet. What a pass by Pedri.
As we said, good reaction for Barca after the goal. Again, the team in a good connection with the fans, going through the goal. And Raphinha, 2 months since the last time he scored, it was at the Stade Johan Cruyff. Many things happened since that time in the game against Valencia that Barca won 6-0. Raphinha got a serious injury, but finally he came with the team. He played 2 games, some minutes in the second half. He was in the starting 11 after 2 months. Last Saturday he gave 2 assists, and then he keeps the goal for tonight. 4th goal this season for Raphinha. For the first time he scores against Atletico, and Barca once more.
Here comes Pedri.
Here we
Raphinha again.
go.
He's got Balde
Venga,
on the
Rafa.
overlap. Surely it's Balde. He's got options in the middle and he blazes it over. This has been a really fascinating game. But Barça are playing well. I can see you using them already.
Yeah.
Use your goal emojis in the
Use
live
it.
chat. Use your Raphinha emojis in the live chat. How much have we missed Pedri and Raphinha, by the way? Both of them linking up for this goal. It seems unimaginable that we'd have them out at the same time, but that's what we had to cope with. They're back now, and well, let's take a look at how Hansi Flick reacted to that goal, because we certainly loved it here. Let's see Flick's reaction from the Barça bench. Let's see if we've got that. Here it is. Hansi Flick, stadium waiting for it. Flick enjoyed it, didn't he?
He liked it.
He enjoyed it, yeah. I think he was pointing at them,
like,
saying,
"Yes."
"You two, my boys." Yeah. There you go. Live chat's loving it, by the way.
He's a proud dad.
He's a proud dad moment from
Like,
Flick.
it was a brilliant pass from Pedri. Broke down 2 lines of defense from Atletico. It's breaking down the wall. It's literally one pass breaks down 2 lines of defensive lines, and Raphinha was first touch, open his body. The thing is that Raphinha did really well to open up the space. Pedri just slotted the ball through. Raphinha literally just had first touch on his.
Come on, I think it's Molina. This time he's in behind. He's going to go on his own. Molina
Offside.
over.
I think that was offside anyway.
This time the flag.
Guys, I'm just watching the replay of Raphinha's goal in my phone, and I must say, as you said, how good was the pass for Pedri? But I want to say also how good was Raphinha searching from the space, because it's not easy to find the space in Atletico Madrid centre backs, and I want to say how he got the space behind Lenglet's space, and then the way that he finishes. It's not easy to finish a goal against Oblak, who's a very big goalkeeper, and he did it very, very well, and finishing with the right foot. Remember his left foot, and we used to see Raphinha scoring with the right foot, but he was a very good definition for him.
Yeah,
100%. You're spot on, Marc. And it was actually Raphinha, because he's obviously starting left wing. He sort of popped up in a more central area. Here come Barça again. Pedri, it's fair to say, putting the strings tonight already. Lamine Yamal's got Koundé on the overlap. Lamine doesn't use him. It's blocked by Barrios. It feels, though, Alex, like Barça have got Atleti where they want them.
There's a lot of energy from our players. There's a spark. You know, Eric Garcia, Pedri's asking to go. When the magician says go, you go. You know, we're not slowing down. We're using the momentum in our favour. And we can't let it go now. You know, we want that second goal to kind of calm down a bit the game. I think Atletico
good press again.
Once brilliant recovery there from, I think it was Gerardo Martin and Alejandro Balde. I think once Atletico get going again, that's when they're going to be the most dangerous, because they're going to be us, essentially. They're going to be fired up. They're going to want more. But right now we're doing outstanding. Look at that.
Barça are playing much better football than Atleti here. They're carving through them. Here's Raphinha. The football's unbelievable. Olmo's going to take this one in his stride. Olmo to the back post corner. Barça playing some of their best stuff of the season here so far.
What a way to play from the defense, guys. What a way to win the press. Done by Atletico de Madrid. How good is Dani Olmo? What a pass to Lamine Yamal. The combination with Eric. And Barca's finding spaces. The same goal scored by Raphinha, and believe me, it's not easy to find spaces against a team like Atletico.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Marc. I think I just said it. I think we're playing some of our best football of the season here. Raphinha's over the corner. He's going to swing it in, and it goes 3 shots at the front post. It looked like it, didn't it, for Lewandowski? He didn't quite make contact. It's going to fall to the pole again, though. Lewandowski's got Pedri there. He leaves it for Lamine. It's all Barça right now. Lamine. You got Pedri with you. Can he use him, though? He just ran out of room. And that's going to be an Atleti throw. He throws it away,
I thought it was ours.
Yeah, Alvarez it was who was working back. He's barely had the ball so far tonight, Julian Alvarez, simply because it's all been Barça who, well, probably feel a little bit unfortunate to not be ahead here, I'd say, with how well we've played, and the manner we conceded as well was a bit too route one, or probably a bit too simple. That was slick, wasn't it, from ex-Barça player Longley, who gets out of a tricky spot.
Look at that space.
There's the ball again.
Same space.
And Garcia to be careful there. Baena.
Come on,
Joan Garcia did ever so well. Baena wanted a handball. I don't think it was. Maybe, I'm not sure if you had a better view, Marc, but we couldn't quite see it on the first replay. Play on for now. Brilliant from Joan Garcia. Cubarsí, not sure he was quite sure where Baena was. Very brave. He got him behind.
Yeah,
very brave, Joan. Very brave going outside the box.
Yeah, it certainly was brave from Joan Garcia. He knew he had to make it. And that's exactly what he did. What was the best thing about the goal? The Pedri assist, the Raphinha calm finish, or just the timing of it? All three.
I was going to say all three. I think it's one of those goals where the goal and the assist is equally as good. Pedri to find... It was a very, very tight space because Raphinha was facing his centre-back, essentially. So the space that Pedri had to find was very, very small.
Yeah.
But the way that Raphinha faked Oblak with... He didn't even touch the ball. He just faked body position.
Or body feint.
And, that wasn't a handball.
Wasn't a handball. Brilliant from Joan Garcia, yeah.
A little body feint from Raphinha to leave Oblak on the ground and an easy finish with his weak foot, essentially. So, no, I think 10 out of 10 goal overall, and the timing has been outstanding.
Yeah. I'm not sure if... I think the timing of it was crucial, I must say, because I think the longer it went on at 1-0, obviously, against Atleti, you don't want that, do you? So I think that was vital.
You didn't want them growing into the match.
No. I'm delighted with how we're playing now. Here comes Raphinha again, and Lewandowski's onside there. He's in behind Lewandowski. He turns on the ball. Back to goal. Gets his shot away. It's blocked. Unorthodox block. Here comes Lamine Yamal now. They know he wants on his left foot.
Yeah.
Barrios read it. Drops off for Koundé, who is going to get there.
Yes,
Koundé's been sharper tonight as well. Koundé, nice skill from him. Still the Frenchman. Laid off to Lamine inside to Olmo, who's picking up some good little spaces already so far tonight. Atleti are they look lost, don't they? Just chasing shadows right now, trying to get themselves back into this game. They're having similar luck that they did in the away fixtures last season, where, to me, they were so inferior to Barça, but they did get results out of the away games. Let's hope that isn't the case tonight. Eddie Garcia wide again for Lamine. It's relentless, the attack from Barça. Lamine, Hanco's there with him. Lamine stands him up. Back heel for Koundé, it's too much on it.
Yeah. No, it's good intensity from our players. I think Atletico are doing really well to cut off Lamine Yamal's left foot. And
it's offside, by the way, didn't it? We just... that may not have counted, although I wonder...
Koubarsi touched...
I wonder, because of the Koubarsi header, whether that would have then made it onside. I just wonder.
Potentially.
Either way.
It was almost identical to Atletico goal. So again, we're good with possession right now. We have the intensity, but Atletico only need one chance to get past our
and Pedri's working on it. Pedri gets the ball. Pedri gets the ball and he said, "It's mine. That's gonna play what I want to play."
Yeah. He literally stepped on top of the ball and he's like, "No, you go there, stop."
Look at this from Olmo. Well, it's a penalty, surely. It is a penalty for Barça. Olmo. Well,
no.
Yeah, I think he's having a chat to the Atleti defenders to explain his decision. That's going to be a penalty for Barça. I think it was Barrios. He got caught all ends up there. Brilliant skill from Olmo. Little foot to foot. He darts through his man. They can have their complaints. For me, Alex, this was pretty clear. Olmo. Let's see here. Oh, does Barrios get the ball?
I'm not sure. No. I don't think he does. The first contact was outside, but obviously that contact there was the key.
Just there. I think he makes contact with the player first, though, Alex. For me, he chops down Olmo and then he gets a toe on the ball.
No, it's a very faint touch if he does get untouched. That wasn't the best angle to see if he got a touch, but if he did, it was literally the most marginal touch of.
Oh, dearie me! Well, they're having a think about this. They are having a think about this. The referee is asking for calm. Hey, I need another look at it. From what I saw, guys, I think that you agree, Alex. I saw Olmo sort of got chopped down by Barrios.
It's confirmed. It's penalty.
Penalty.
Yeah, it's confirmed. And let's gonna guess who will gonna shoot the penalty, because remember that Lamine shoot 2 penalties this season, but the last time that Lamine and Lewandowski were together was Lewandowski who shoot the penalty. So finally gonna be Lewandowski who will kick the penalty. Remember this season, 2 penalties for Lewandowski. He missed against Sevilla, but he scored against Celta. So Lewandowski against Oblak last season, he scored twice. 2 important goals against Atletico de Madrid. So Lewandowski from the penalty spot.
Robert Lewandowski up here for Barça. Massive moment in their season. Up steps Lewandowski. Oh, and he's placed it over. He's got it all wrong. He didn't really have much to lay in his run-up, and he skied his penalty. And in a really crucial moment, it isn't to be for Lewandowski.
His face, he was like, that was really bad.
Yeah.
That was I don't know if he slipped right before he got a touch, maybe he just
Oy, oy, oy.
he dug too deep under the
Yeah.
ball, and that went way over the bar. No, not much, but it's fine. We got this. We
We
still
do,
have
come
it.
on.
We still have it.
Guys, I know you're
still
all.
have
Yeah,
it.
you can see you're
We
all
still have
quite exasperated in the chat. Get some
Go on.
hearts in there because we need some support now.
Yes,
That
we
was
do.
a tricky moment to take, wasn't it? My God.
Yeah.
Lewandowski, of course, who missed a penalty in Sevilla too, Marc, and he misses one there tonight. But Barça are just coming again and again, like you said, Alex. No need to be angry because here they come. Lewandowski shuffles it wide for Balde.
Yeah.
Balde back to Pedri. And Barça recycle.
Yeah,
just.
it's interesting to see Atletico right now because they're literally just chasing behind the ball. This is where we have the advantage over them is moving them around, tiring them out as much as we can, even though they never tire, it seems. But it's just moving them around. There's...
Oh, what a cross by Lewandowski! Oh, what a save by Oblak that is. Very nearly redemption.
Nearly.
Lamine now. I can't believe we're not ahead in this one. Still Lamine, he's slipped.
Yeah.
He's got a foot on it though.
Oblak did really well. Big hand there from Oblak from Lewandowski header. He headed it down, so it was off the bounce. Really hard to do. Oblak did really well there, and Lamine did an amazing ball to Lewandowski, who's just there.
And now Simeone is complaining a lot. Simeone is complaining a lot, but the fourth referee, so different when it's a Barca bench. The fourth referee did not say nothing to Simeone, who entered the pitch. So, of course, he played with other rules. So, guys, of course, it's a big miss by Lewandowski, but he was so close to score the 2-1. And remember how experienced he is and how good he is. But I must say that it's quite strange the way he kicked the penalty. As you said, I don't know if he slipped before he took the penalty, because it's so strange the way that the ball was so high. For example, remember in Sevilla when he missed the penalty, I think it was so good by Blajo Dimos, the goalkeeper of Sevilla, who was on the line much of the time, and Lewandowski had to put the penalty very deep, and then he missed it. But today was quite different because Oblak was just for the other side, and Lewandowski, I don't know exactly how it
No,
takes the penalty.
we just saw the penalty back, and no, he didn't slip. He kicked it really under, and he skied it. He was obviously trying to go top corner, and I think he just hit it too low.
He's got under the ball, Lewandowski.
Yeah.
By the way, I mean, the chance he has about a minute after, very nearly complete redemption. What a save by Oblak, honestly. We can see the stats on our screens right now. Barça have got about 75% possession. They've had 10 shots to Atleti's 1.
Yeah. That literally from one moment to another, because it was when we first started possession, that was 1 shot on target for Atletico, 0 for us. So from going from that to where we are now in the match, it's 10 out of 10.
It's unbelievable how it's still 1-1. I think that's what Atleti will be most pleased about. Baena's free kick, by the way, he was fouled by Olmo. Atleti trying to come away with this. Barça have given them little to no respite, and we were away there if we hurried, weren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Raphinha was in. Just couldn't quite come to him.
Jules Gunter had a good idea there to let Raphinha out. I think it was a shorter pass there for Alejandro Balde. I think he was in good position. But no, did well to Raphinha. Oh, that he wasn't give it off to Lewy. There was in a lot of space. Go on, Alejandro Balde.
How good has he been tonight? Still Balde now looking
And
for his
Balde.
options in the middle. Balde! He went for goal in the end.
Why
It was
not?
a very tight angle, I must say. But he's been good tonight, Alex. He's been really sharp.
He's been very confident on the attack. He's getting to the box. He's imitating Lamine Yamal.
What Baena has done? What Baena did?
Oh, what has he done?
We didn't
Well,
see it.
yellow card, but let me explain. The ball was, it was a high ball. Pau Cubarsí headed on it, but Alex Baena, without any, he didn't want to play the ball. He was directly from Cubarsí putting the body, and maybe, I don't know if this action could be reviewed for VAR, because he was very strong. Baena didn't want to play the ball.
It's not great from Baena,
No.
I must say. It's really silly. I don't know what he was playing at.
No.
He's got, like you said, Marc, he had zero intention of playing the ball, and he just body checked Cubarsí in the air.
No, he went elbow to Cubarsí's ribs there. And, that's dangerous play, I think, because of the contact of where Baena hits, because when you go into the ribs, that is a very sensitive area, and Cubarsí can easily maybe fracture a rib. I would say that is dangerous play, because Cubarsí is also in the air.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're going to overturn that, though. I'm guessing that's going to stay. Or in fact, we're already back underway. So, yellow card remains. He may be considering himself a tad lucky. I mean, maybe it would be one of those ones that you say is way too harsh if he sends him off, and maybe if a Barca player was sent off for that, we'd be screaming.
Yeah.
But it was.
It's mainly because Kubarsi is in the air.
Yeah. I mean, also I just think when you genuinely have zero intention of playing the ball and you want to come in with that force, you do run the risk, don't you, of dangerous play.
Yeah, no, it was. I think that was just for me when players are in the air and another player barges into them. You have the danger of the contact of where, in this case, ribs, and then you have the danger of how the player falls.
Yeah, 100%. Good from Kubarsi on that occasion, by the way. We've got a question here. They're getting fine. I'm loving it. Question after question. What is your favourite thing about the game so far? Lots for me that I'm enjoying. The only thing I'm probably not liking is the fact that we're not ahead, remarkably.
Yeah, no.
Has it been the reaction after the goal, Alex? Has it been the possession game we're playing, the Pedri assist?
I think the reaction after the goal is for me probably the best part of the game so far. Atletico scored and we got back into it. We found the ball, we found the spaces, we scored, and we are very unfortunate to not have scored more than one essentially. And I think what's the best is that the reaction after the goal is still going.
Yeah.
We reacted, we scored. Usually you expect teams to calm down after they got, the equalizer. But no. We are still going. Look
at Lamine go. He's just lost out there. I might go for the possession game. I think with the football we're playing, I agree the reaction hasn't stopped. That's been so impressive. We have not let up since Atleti's goal. We really haven't. And performance has been great. It's been excellent from Flick's team. I'm not sure if it's partly down to Atleti sitting off us and allowing us to have a lot of the ball. But I mean, the incentive we're taking to really damage them has been so impressive. I mean, Barrios there, usually a player good on the ball, it forced to give it away. They've got no room. I mean, they will be waiting for that half-time whistle, won't they, Alex?
Yeah, no, for them it's gonna be positive to go into half-time equalised. Hopefully not. We still have a couple of minutes to get one out. But there, the high press we did there was really, really good. Raphinha and Lamine pressed really high into Oblak and the centre backs, and Dani Olmo did really well there to chase Barrios out the pitch basically. Look at what Raphinha is right now. Raphinha is in a number 10 position, trying to get the ball in. Eric Garcia and Pedri are almost in a double pivot role there, and Lewandowski is really high up the pitch. Where is Dani Olmo? Oh, he's out wide.
He was all the way down there. Yeah. They are interchanging a lot, the Barca attackers. You're right, Raphinha, as he often does when he's at left wing, he's coming really centrally.
Yeah, and look at where he found the goal essentially. Goal on
Lamine Yamal go. He's still going. He tried the outside of the boot ball. It will find Lewandowski. It's back at you know who, Lamine, but he's lost out. And that like a forced tackle, doesn't it? But a fair chunk of the ball was won, says the referee. We'll play on. Lamine's going to have to get back to his feet here.
Yeah, I think it was a little step on there for.
And now, guys, the weather is cool, but as you notice, the game is warmer than before after Alex Baena's action, and also Barca fans are also in the game. That's gonna know in a few seconds how many minutes we will have at a time. I think we're gonna get with 3 minutes because it was the penalty and also it was the injury by Johnny Cardoso. It's 4. Well, not 3. 4 for me.
4 minutes. Okay, fair enough.
It's pretty fine. Yeah.
Enough for one goal. Yeah, no, it wasn't a nice little step on there from Longley to Lamine Yamal. That's definitely leaving a bruise.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he got the ball first, but you're right. He did follow through on him Longley. So 4 additional minutes then at the end of this crazy, hectic half. It's had everything really. And as I keep saying, I think the only thing Barca will be unhappy about is, of course, missing the penalty and the scoreline. I mean, the fact that we're not winning because we've been that good. They keep showing the penalty, by the way.
Yeah, no, he hit that bad. There's no, he doesn't slip. He just hit that really poorly. But no, I think it's one of those games where that can be key, but I think we're playing well enough that we don't have to be so upset about Lewandowski missing a penalty, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If this was a tighter game, if this was, if we were really struggling, that would have been, a lot more important. But right now we're still having the momentum. We're still playing well. We're still, we can easily get and go from open play. So I'm still confident in this. I think Lamine Yamal really wants his moment. He's waiting for that moment. But Atletico, Jules. Atletico are defending him really well. They're cutting off his left foot quite a lot. They're double teaming him down on the wing, and Lamine Yamal hasn't really gotten his moment yet. I think he's growing in frustration, and hopefully that's to our favour.
That's a good ball on the back there. Good race here between Gerard Martin and Giuliano, and well, that's going to be a yellow card, you'd imagine, for Gerard Martin. Yeah, he didn't get there first.
Yellow card. Atletico Madrid players are complaining about the red card, but the ball was not goal for Juan Garcia. He was from outside. I think Gerard Martin did it quite well with the tackle, but Atletico Madrid player was faster than him, and then he got the tackle. The thing is that if VAR can act, if the VAR, the referee could think that it was a clear option of goal, but my question is,
he did well.
The direction of the ball was straight on the goal or for the corner?
Ball,
he might just get a bit on it. I mean, it was I saw it and I thought Giuliano is quick, and he got there first, didn't he?
But Gerard Martin did get. It wasn't all player. Gerard Martin I think he did get a touch on the ball late. Yes, after Giuliano, but it wasn't all player.
Well, he's still down here. He's holding his shoulder. I wonder from the fall. I mean, I agree. I think Gerard Martini had to make the lunge. It was one of those where you either take man or ball, don't you? And he had to make the lunge, and he had to put his body on the line there.
Yeah, but I think he did it well, to be fair. He was a bit late, but it wasn't, a very. Let's see it there where we've seen the repetition. I think
with Kovacic just there, it can never surely. I don't think they're still checking it.
No, it was.
I think does he get just a nick on it? I wonder. I mean, it is definitely. It's
he's
a definite
late.
foul.
He's
it's
late.
A foul.
It's a yellow. He's late. It's a foul. But it wasn't dangerous play, I think, and he wasn't the last man, so that shouldn't be red.
No, I agree. I agree. If Bayenas wasn't, then that for me wasn't either. And also, for me, he had a call by C right there. So
no, exactly. It wasn't clear that he was still outside the box to begin with. So
Giuliano stayed on, by the way, so he'll be on for this set piece chance. It's going to be one of the last chances of the first half. First half, Barça feel they've been very good in. The first half that Atleti have scored first in, though, and now Alex Baena, the scorer of that goal, over this set piece chance for the Rojiblanco. Here they come then. In from Baena, options at the back post. Koundé didn't get it, away by Gerard Martin. Vital touch, wasn't it, in there? How about that from Pedri? How slick was that, Pedri? He's got players around the back. They're trying to foul him. They can't stop him. Pedri on the back. Lewandowski. He just didn't quite have the pace, did he? But how good was that from Pedri? Watch out. Raphinha could be in. Barrios got in the way. Oi, 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 oi.
Lewa needed more pace.
Vamos, here they come again, though.
There we go.
Pedri, look at the space.
Yeah.
To Lamine, that's where the gap is. Pedri's found him. Lamine's going to have to just check on himself, though. Lamine Yamal, inside now to Olmo. Koundé's making that run. There it is. Koundé, did he bump Hancock?
It wasn't a foul, but no, that was... Lewandowski just needed a bit more pace there. It was brilliant from Pedri. He took on, about 4 players. There's one. Koke. Then we have
someone tried to foul him and they couldn't.
Basically took on 3 players down the pitch. Found a really, really good pass to Lewandowski, but Lewandowski just doesn't have the pace to outrun centre backs. If that would have been maybe Raphinha or Lamine, they probably could have gotten at the end of that and gotten a touch into the box and
I'd agree.
Potentially gotten a shot on target. But Lewandowski just doesn't have the pace. But brilliant from Pedri there.
Looked like a foul that from Balde. It was. We're into the 5th minute now, by the way, of stoppage time.
Half-time.
Half-time,
guys.
Tells us that
so
the
half-time,
There it is.
Players for the tunnel, and there some Atletico Madrid players want to talk with the referee. You're going to analyze the first half. I have to say that for the moment I see quite happy faces at the stands. I think the Barça played quite well. We were very close to have a comeback. It was a pity that Lewandowski missed the penalty, but how difficult was the game when we received the goal by Baena. Good reaction for the team. I think we have to keep it going, and in the second half Barça is going to do the comeback.
Hopefully agree with you, Mark. There you go then, half time between Barça and Atletico de Madrid. It's Barça 1, Atleti 1. Whew. What a half of football that was, Alex. I mean, for me, one of our best 45 minutes of the season.
Yeah.
We've been playing on the front foot, attacking. We've been inventive. We've peppered their goal. We've had chances. We missed the penalty, obviously. the bad news is it's 1-1.
Yeah, no, you look at the stats, 12 total shots from us, 1 from Atletico de Madrid, 3 shots on target, 1, it's literally their goal. It is, when you look at our side, 70% possession, but 12 shots, only 3 on target.
Yes.
I think that says the story of the match. We're getting really, really high up the pitch. We're doing really well to get into the attack, but we're just not being, we're not creating any clear chances in front of goal. We had that Lewandowski header down. Oblak did really well to get down there. Jules Koundé, Alejandro Balde has been getting in the box. Lamine Yamal hasn't had a shot on target either.
Yeah.
Dani Olmo has been quiet as well. So it's, we still have a lot to grow into in this match. But I think essentially we just need to create more goal scoring opportunities.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I mean, I've liked so much of what I've seen. I think again, Atleti haven't been great. I really do.
No,
I think they've not come out really. I mean, they've sat in probably more than I thought, Alex. They've solely relied on those counter attacks and set pieces, anything like that. They've sat off Barça. I also think they've also been a bit bamboozled by how well we've played and how well we've linked up. I do think that's an element of it.
Yeah, I think they're ball chasing quite a lot.
They are just they're running they look lost. I'm just hoping we keep that up in the second half. What we don't want now is Atleti to go at half time, right, enough of that. We're going to put it right in the second half. We hope that remains the case.
Yeah, I'm assuming for the first 5 minutes it's going to be absolute chaos. They're going to come out guns blazing, essentially.
Yeah.
They know when they can hurt us. They try to get in between. That space between Jules Koundé and Gubarsi is where they're really, really trying to attack.
Yes.
And obviously, the goal happened. They've gotten that twice now, where luckily they haven't been able to get anything from that between an offside and that Gerard Martí foul. But those spaces in behind there, they are finding them. Not as much, thankfully, for us, but it just takes one.
Yeah,
it just takes one, and they're equal, and that's what we need to be careful of, because as much as we're attacking, we're not getting the scoreboard up.
No, I couldn't agree more. Right, we're going to take a short break here. We're going to leave you, of course, with the halftime quiz. Play along, see if you can get 5 out of 5. We'll be back shortly for the rest of the first half analysis and indeed the commentary and all the action ahead of the second half. See you shortly. There you go then. Who got 5 out of 5? Let us know in the chat. I can see all of you playing along. Prita Malaguita. Elmir Days is in there too. Mac Lundqvist is in there. Who got 5 out of 5? Let's draw. You've been very active today, Draw. Welcome.
Yeah, no. Bruno's been active as well.
Gloria, watching live from Perth. I even have uni in 3 hours time. Well, you got plenty of time to go. Don't worry about it.
I spent 3 weeks in Perth. Love Perth.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Gloria, Alex loves Perth.
Home of Sam Kerr.
I'll tell you what, let's hope that you can go to your uni class with a 3 points here. You deserve it.
You do.
Right, we have a question to launch here, Alex, of course, as always, and of course for all of you playing along. Well, we can go to Marc Brau. Let me know. We'll get Marc's thoughts too. Who was the best player in the first half? I can go to Marc Brau. Let's ask Marc first. Marc, who do you think was the best player in the first half? I can see Marc is maybe just saying that he doesn't have the signal. Raphinha, Pedri, or Eric Garcia? I'll go to you first then, Alex.
All right. I'm going to stick with what I said pre-match, Pedri.
Yeah.
Pedri has been outstanding.
Yeah.
He's literally, again, that time that he literally stepped on the ball and he's like, stop.
Yeah.
Turned around, gave it to centre backs, and I think that says it all. Pedri, without Pedri, this today wouldn't be working.
Yeah, 100%. Marc, you're back. I'll send the question to you. Who do you think was the best player in the first half? We've got options for you as Raphinha, Pedri, and Eric Garcia, or choose your own. But I think between those three, there's some good answers.
Well, I think instead Eric's playing quite good. I think that, of course, my vote has to be between Raphinha and Pedro. I think that both options are correct because Raphinha scored the goal. Raphinha gives some extra energy for the team, but finally I have to choose Pedri. And not only for assists. Have I commented just at the end of the first half, it seems like Pedri said, okay, I will take the ball and let's gonna play about what I want to play, especially the last 10 minutes. Pedri was absolutely amazing. And remember also that it's so important because Pedri was out for a month due to the injury, muscular injury he had. He only played 30 minutes against Alaves last Saturday. Imagine how is his level after 1 month out of the pitch and showing what he has shown in the first half in a big game against Atletico Madrid. So in the second half, I don't know how much energy will Pedri have. I don't know if he's gonna be able to complete the 90 minutes. Not for him, because remember that Hansi Flick usually when a player comes for an injury, not always play the 90 minutes. But as I said, of course, Eric's playing quite good, Raphinha's playing quite good, but for the moment, the game name is Pedri for me.
Yeah, Marc, I must say I 100% agree with you, and for me, Pedri also the man of the first half. Marc, we'll let you get back to your position. Of course, we'll speak to you during the game, during the second half, which, hopefully goes Barça's way. Alex, I think throughout the first half we saw a lot to like. I was just seeing on my screen a few moments ago the Lewandowski header chance I almost forgot about after the penalty miss. And I mean, my God, did we have chances to put ourselves ahead in this one?
Yeah, no, we're seeing what Alejandro Balde, you can say probably 3 times at least he's got into the touchline in the box. Jules Gonzalez had his opportunities as well. Had that one really clear cross that literally went straight across goal with no touch on it. We've had, what started the match, 2 Lamine Yamal's outside of the foot bender, tried again behind. We had that Pedri pass to Lewandowski, who just unfortunately didn't have the pace to, but it was brilliant play. What was that one build-up play that was Daniel Mojugunde got Eric Garcia out, switched the ball, and then Dani Olmo come in. There's literally so many highlights of the first half that we're playing outstanding, and I think every single player is up to the level. And I think that's when you look at the last big match that we had against Chelsea, that just wasn't there. That intensity from every single player on the pitch just wasn't equal. And tonight, every single person, every single player, staff as well. We see Gavi and Fermin there. On the bench, being equally as energetic. I think today it's a big game, and you feel it, and you know these players want to win these games this season.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, what Marc said was interesting. It made me think that maybe we won't have Pedri for the whole game. I mean, yeah, most likely we won't. It's a good point, and you'd imagine once Pedri goes off, that will change things. So hopefully maybe Barça get ahead whilst Pedri is still on the pitch, whilst he's still with us. And in that same breath, the substitutes we've got available tonight, because with obviously players coming back from injury, it also means we've got a deeper bench. I'm looking at the likes of Ferran Torres, who you haven't had the liberty to be able to bring a player like him on. Even a Rashford, just those two alone top players who can change a game.
Yeah, no, you know, you have Lewandowski, he's doing really well to get into space. But I think tonight you kind of maybe want someone like Ferran Torres to come in for him because of the pace, because of the mobility. You know, Lewandowski is good for those that Lamine Yamal cross, for him to attack the space, the small spaces. But Atletico aren't really giving us those spaces, so maybe, you know, Ferran Torres, Dani Olmo combo, or you leave Lewandowski on, put in Marcus Rashford, and you leave Lewandowski and Marcus Rashford to do a different role than what Lewandowski's doing on the pitch. We're talking about those because that's probably the key changes that you would want to see, essentially. You know, what's not working? Why are we not able to create clear chances on goal?
Yeah, you can see some options there. Ferran, Rashford, Casado. I think Casado maybe will have to come on right at some point for Pedri in the heart of midfield. But I think I'm probably looking at Ferran. I think I'd agree with you, Alex. I mean, often when it's 1-0, I wouldn't like to take Lewandowski off, but I do agree with you. We saw it last season. These games against Atleti, as we saw in the pre-game quiz and everything, 3 goals against them last season. They can often be his sort of games. And I even remember in the games he didn't score in, he had chances, Ferran. He was making chances. So he's a sort of player who he's so good at making runs off the ball and movement off the ball that he can get in behind the defence. And well, hopefully Raphinha also can play more minutes tonight. We can at least keep him on for longer. I can imagine Hansi Flick will be thinking, I don't want to take Pedri off though.
Yeah, no, we're seeing that replay there. Lewandowski beats 3 defenders into space for that. But again, you know, is that what we need? Do we want someone like Ferran Torres who does really well off the bench as well? You know, we have to remember that Ferran Torres off the bench does wonders. He's motivated. He's had a really good season. So, you know, effectively he's going to come off the bench. He's going to have an instant impact into the match, and we'll see what happens in the second half. Yeah,
we absolutely will. Well, here we go then. Time for second half action between Barça and Atletico Madrid. It's 1-1 at the break. Here we go.
Well, here we go. Motivated.
Back now, players back on the pitch. Alex, you were just saying motivated. Atleti are going to make a change here for the second half. Conor Gallagher's going to come on. I just wonder whether that's them thinking they need some more legs, some more energy in there, because they've been doing a lot of ball chasing in the first half.
Yeah, no, we're seeing there Lamine Yamal and Jules Koundé plotting something up. Hopefully something instant impact, something good. They've been, you know, just secretive whispering there in the tunnel out to the pitch. Conor Gallagher out. You know, he's a very good player, very energetic. And yeah, essentially, you know, do they want to be more aggressive in the attack now? You know, have fresh legs, have the instant impact of just going straight forward and basically just literally just giving it all.
Yeah, that is interesting. So he comes on for Nico Gonzalez. I mean, I must say I haven't seen a lot of Nico at all in the first half. I will say that he's not had a sniff. I know that comes down to Atleti barely attacking themselves.
Yeah.
That looks, though, Alex, as though they'll probably go into a 4-4-2, right? With
it's what you expected.
A flat midfield 4 of Koke, Barrios, Baena, and now Gallagher, and then Simeone will probably join Julian Alvarez up front. Let's see how they line up, though, at the start of the second half. Barça are unchanged, and well, I'd have to say I agree with that, with how good we were in the opening 45 minutes. Raphinha stood out there with the armband on, and here we go then, ready to get underway. We are underway for the second half. Barça now kicking from our right to left in this second 45 minutes, and well, hopefully more of the same. Alex, you said you'd expect quite a chaotic start to the second half again. Let's see.
I'm assuming that Atletico dressing room was one to be, and I would love to be a fly on the wall there. The motivation and, you know, between frustration, motivation, and the game still being 1-1. You know, if this would have been 3-1 at halftime, you know, that motivation talk would have been very, very different. The mentality of Atletico would have been very, very different. It's still 1-1.
Yeah.
You know, this is
remarkable.
As well as, you know, we're dominating the match as everything, but we're not getting the scoreboard up, and Atletico know that. They know that they just need one chance, and you know that's to their favour. It's less to. They have a lot more to win than us, essentially. I think right now in terms of changing.
Shot here. Oh, brilliant! Joan Garcia all the way off his line. I must say, I think that he's doing really well as a Barca player, Joan Garcia, because he's had to adapt to that from compared to how Espanyol would have played, obviously. And I feel like he's starting to really pick that up now, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he's really, really confident there. You know, we had. In the first half, Cubarsí just headed the ball wrong and it went backwards instead of forwards, and Joan Garcia had to step up 1v1 with the Atletico player, and he did brilliant, just put his body literally a brick wall, and you know that could have been an easy goal for Atletico there, and Joan Garcia was really brave to step out of the box and put his body on the line.
Well, look at this for a little move from Barça between Raphinha and Balde. Inside here to Eric Garcia. Barça looking for more of the same in this second 45 minutes. Can we get an early goal in the second half? Lamine Yamal's looking for just that. Drops it off to Garcia. Lamine again, and it just sourced its way from Barça. Again, nice move between Balde and Raphinha, I'd say.
I do want to shout out Eric Garcia today as well.
Yeah,
he's been really good on the attack. There's been a lot of spaces where Atletico are defending Pedri and Dani Olmo really well, and Eric Garcia is the one that's in space, and he's really taking advantage of those spaces. He's finding himself, back. Oh, look at that!
What a ball from Koundé! Look at that from Lamine. This is a brilliant Barca move, and Lewandowski. Well, his pass wasn't quite right, was it? He's got another chance here, though. Oh, God. Atleti survived when they probably shouldn't have survived.
No, that was such a good. Was that a foul from Eric Garcia?
Yeah. Clash of heads, I think.
Yeah.
What if we can take another look at that chance again, Alex? It was actually Lamine almost doing Lewandowski's job, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's nothing in that.
No, there's literally nothing. No, there's literally nothing.
He's almost doing Lewandowski's job.
Yeah.
The little chest.
He went in. He didn't have the space to control the ball with his foot. Little shoulder flick into Lewandowski, and Lewandowski tried to go first time into, I think it was Dani Olmo, who was at the top of the box. Just Atletico player, defensive, I don't remember who it was, just read the ball really well. And
guys, do you listen to me?
Yeah,
yes,
Marc, welcome back for the second half. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, no, I just want to comment that I have some news. There are 5 players warming up. I think that Ignacio can show a little bit of it because we have the optic of a camera also next to us. We can see Marc Casado, Ferran, Andreas Christensen, Dro, and Marcus Rashford, the 5 players warming up. I must comment that Raphinha was near from the bench commenting some things with one of the physical members of the staff. I see him good. But, I have to take a look on Raphinha if he's fit or not. For the moment, he can continue. And I don't know if what he commented was something with his physical condition. But I must say that those 5 players were warming up. And I have the attendance tonight, guys. 45,205 record. Because against Athletic Club, it was 45,157. So today we got 48 people more than the first day against Athletic. So 45,205 people here at the Spotify Camp.
As expected,
Lovely.
It's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, brilliant. There you go. Record attendance already then, of course, for the... once we've been in the new stadium, of course. And yeah, we did say it, didn't we, Alex? We'd expect there to be a good showing. And from what Marc's been telling us, it looks as though they've been really involved, really behind the team. And also the team have given them a lot to get behind.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was in the first half, the first corner we had, Raphinha just went and just animated literally everybody. Since then, and again, I think that has to do with the team has given, the crowds a reason to be energetic. You feed off the energy on the pitch. And the energy on the pitch has been, non-stop for the past 40 minutes, probably. Yeah,
seeing on our screens the players that Marc was telling us about warming up: Christensen, Dro, Ferran, Casado, and Rashford.
Yeah,
all getting preparing themselves if needs be in this one. You imagine Flick will make changes in the next 15-20 minutes or so. For now, things going well enough for Barca. Just a loose touch again there from Lewandowski. Just not able to link up with Lamine. First 5 minutes of the second half have been slightly more temper, I suppose, than what we saw before. That didn't look like a foul to me.
No.
I must say, he got lucky there. Longley, I think. Oof. Can count himself lucky, I think.
There was no foul there. No chance.
There's nothing in that at all.
Literally no chance. It was more of a handball from Longley than a foul from Lewandowski there.
Completely agree, yeah.
No, there is nothing there. Look at Eric Garcia get into space. Oh,
Eric tried it, didn't he? The ball through towards Lamine, who was just making that darting run around the back. Barca unable to keep the ball in play. It goes out for a Atleti throw-in.
Yeah, Lamine has been, the second half. That's the second time now he's trying to get in behind the defenders. Not something that you usually see from Lamine Yamal. He likes his ball to feet, takes on the 1v1s, but obviously that's not been working for him today. And we've seen it twice now. He's just trying to get in behind the defenders into space. You don't want Lewandowski doing those runs because so far Atletico have been doing really well to keep up with him. Get Lamine into those spaces, and that's another story.
You can see the stats on your screen, by the way. 70% possession for Barça. They've dominated in that regard. Also in the shots regard too. You said at half-time, Alex, we need more on target, though. I'd have to agree with that. Just saw images of Hansi Flick there watching on. There's the ball over the top again for Atleti. Julian Alvarez is quick and he's sharp. And he's tried something outrageous. And Juan Garcia plucks out the sky. I don't know why for a split second. I thought
was not that easy.
No.
Garcia stole, but it was not that easy because it was surprising the way that Julian Alvarez shot. And it was not that easy. Well, I have to say that Juan Garcia has a style quite similar to Jan Oblak. I don't know if you agree with me that they're making good saves easier than that they are.
Yeah, they're making saves look easy.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, look at this from Lamine Yamal. He's taken on his man. Still Lamine. He's got options inside. He's going to go all the way here. Lamine. He's going to find Raphinha. Is he onside? He's missed it, Raphinha. He was onside and it would have counted.
Yeah,
and he so
brilliant.
Often scores from there.
No, he just had his touch. His first touch was off. He got him off balance. So he shot off his second touch and he was off. He was just off balance, I think.
It was a little bit strange, the shot by Raphinha, because it was very wide, but he wasn't a very good option. I think that maybe at first he thought to put the ball higher than this, and maybe it made the shot wider than he
I think he was from his first touch he was off balance, so he just kicked it really weird.
Well, here come Atleti themselves down the other end, and well, that's another big miss there. If Barça just missed a big chance down the other end, Giuliano's just done the same. He had a really golden chance. Skewers it wide of the post, still 1-1.
Slightly. Giuliano just went for a shot on target and he went to the corner. So that says it all. But again, Atletico got in really well behind Giuliano. That was, he was wide open, basically on top of the penalty spot. He should have buried that in the back of the net.
Big chance goes awry then for Atleti. That's one of the biggest they've created, I must say, since their goal, Alex. I mean, they've not had many attacks like that. And
no, it's been twice now that they're attacking down that right side, essentially. And Julian Alvarez got in there into space. And right now, that right side's basically attacking between Alejandro Balde and Gerard Martin is being very exploited right now.
Which I hear from Molina. His cross is blocked by Balde. Back now from Molina to Coque. Coque strikes it back here to Jimenez. Bit of possession for Atleti. Something they didn't really have, I must say, in the first half since their goal. So it looks as though half-time they have tweaked a few things. And they're in here, I must say. Overload. Oh, what a poor touch from Barrios.
No, that was lucky. That was... we're lucky that Barrios had a heavy touch there. Jules Koundé was sucked in to nothing worse than what Lamine hasn't received so far. Jules Koundé was tucked into Guarci, and behind Jules Koundé was two players into wide open space. So luckily for us, that was a heavy touch there by Atletico Madrid, and they couldn't continue the attack because I think that would have been very dangerous.
I completely agree. I mean, they had an overload there, Atleti, and you would say first 10 minutes of the second half, it's been better from the away side than what we saw from them in the first. And that just goes back to my point, Alex, where we had all those chances, and well, you often best make sure you sit them away. Here come Barça, though. Hopefully can create some more. Pedri now inside to Balde. The space over, but he's not going to quite find it. It was a foul. It was a clever foul from Jimenez, who was able to stop a counter-attack. Pedri saying that should be a yellow, but Jimenez jogs away, and the referee says nothing about it. He just bumps Balde over there. The knee-to-knee collision too.
It must be yellow card. There was no distance between Pedri and Atletico Madrid player.
Yeah, just saw that as well. Nothing doing from the referee. Here comes Olmo then. Throwing.
The game is warm, guys. The game is warm. People are absolutely inside the game. They're living in it. We miss Camp Nou, we Spotify Camp Nou, and then Barca fans try and pretend to be the 12th player.
Yeah, well, from what you're telling us, Mark, it seems as though the Barca fans are doing their job tonight. We just saw there Raphinha have a little bit of a swing at the ball there. He just maybe feel that
the frustration is growing a bit. I think mainly because we know we've been playing better. We know that we should be up higher, and we know exactly that Atletico just need one opportunity to score.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's the danger, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, good for Nevin.
No.
Again, he's penalised for using his body.
No chance. There's absolutely no chance that was a foul.
I think it's like the first one for me, Alex. He's using his body really well. He's just using his strength better.
There's
Yeah. That one maybe more than the first.
Maybe.
The first one for me wasn't, and he's just fallen over.
Yeah, that was. It was. To be fair, that is because he's stronger than the player.
Oh.
But.
Play on there, says the referee. Look like a bump from Eric Garcia. We play on. Here's Olmo, waiting for that pass to become available to Raphinha, who's got Lewandowski in the middle, and he couldn't quite reach it. Oh, it's chance after chance of Barça, but still no second goal.
We can't finish that second goal. No, nothing.
I don't want to say that, but it reminds me a little bit. I don't want to say that, but it reminds me a little bit the game for last season at Montjuic.
It's Mark. It is very, very, very similar. I mean, I agree with you. I don't want to say it either, but I must say, and in a weird way, Mark, it's a little like the Copa game. I know the Copa game we also scored. We scored 4 goals in that one. I did get our chances. Watch out, here's Lewandowski again. Can he get a shot away? It is off for Olmo over. But I mean in the regard that Barça was so superior to Atleti in both of those games, and you know, Atleti is somehow still in the game. Let's be optimistic. Who will score the next goal? Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski or Raphinha? I'll go to you first, Mark. Who will score Barça's next goal? Lamine, Levy or Rafa?
I will go with Levy. It has to be him.
Okay. I feel like Levy wants his redemption. He scarred the penalty. He's missed a few chances. Not on him, but he's been getting those opportunities. He's not been able to score. No, he's motivated, and Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia has had an amazing match today.
Unbelievable. Putting himself about by the way in midfield brilliantly. Wasn't a great ball that by Lamine. I'm also going to go Levy, you know. I'm going to Lewandowski. He's getting the chances, and
I'll go Raphinha.
Okay.
I think Raphinha, he knows he's coming off potentially.
Yeah.
And he wants to get, he's bursting a lot of energy. I don't know if he would be doing that maybe if he knows he's staying on for the 90 minutes. That's just my theory. I'm not saying that it's happening, but he's looking really good, and Lewandowski is really wanting that goal into space.
Barrios, this is Alvarez. Good Pedri. Brilliant Pedri. What a challenge by Barca's number 8. I think him, Eric Garcia, by the way, both of those two midfield been unbelievable, and Olmo just ahead of them too. They've been brilliant tonight. They really have. Switch was over to Lamine. He takes it inside. It's a good lunging tackle. Yeah. That was Gallagher, wasn't it? Yeah. It was come on exactly for that. Yeah, no, he's. Atletico have been doing really well against Lamine Yamal today, unfortunately for us. Even though Lamine Yamal has gotten a lot of fun down that way. Good recover.
Pedri. Yeah. Pedri's right now the leader of the team, and the same as Raphinha, just making uncomfortable Atletico Madrid from the defense.
Pedri's like,
dictating play, Dictating play.
He's literally every person that gets the ball, he knows exactly what to do. He's dictating everybody. He's the orchestrator of the team right now.
You know when they say a certain team or a different team with a certain player in it, he is that player. I do think obviously him and Raphinha coming back in at the same time it's a burst of energy. It's quite telling actually, I'll say, in terms of you look at one performance to the other with and without, it's really telling. No, it's definitely, I think Frenkie de Jong has had a really good season so far as well, and Frenkie de Jong and Pedri play that very similar role of dictating. I do like it when they're on together because Frenkie de Jong takes the back seat and Pedri takes the attacking role in terms of dictating. Frenkie is recover, give to Pedri. So I think they work really, really well together. But today Pedri has been absolutely outstanding. Looks like an injury. The referee stopped it. In theory, if it's not a head injury, it should be our decision, but the referee's taken it out of our own hands and he stops it.
And I must say something. Of course, we don't have to do the things depending on what the enemy do. But Atletico de Madrid never throws out the ball when a player of other team is laying on the pitch. Yeah. I just want to say that.
I must say, Mark, I do agree. If it's not a head injury, we're in our right to play on. I mean, Baena's either going to get treatment now or in 1 minute. Yeah. And for the referee to take that out of your hand, it's obviously a shame. Thiago Almada's going to come on here.
Yeah.
in place of Alex Baena. By the way, Baena going off and
Yeah.
Cardoso off in the same game. Those are two quite big players off for Atleti. And
Yeah.
Baena's been one of the better ones tonight.
Yeah, no, Banas had a really good game. Obviously, that finish that he had against Joan Garcia, unfortunately, off was really, really good. He started the run and stopped and asked directly. He looked at the bench directly. And he's like, I can't anymore. And he said, looks like a hamstring
It
potentially.
does, yeah.
And now it's
So-
substitution. Of course he's injured. But I must say, why the referee has to stop this
Yeah.
when there's no,
Yeah.
No, there was no reason to, essentially.
double substitution on Atletico de Madrid.
Okay,
So
double.
you have to
so,
help me.
Yeah,
for the
it's
players.
Almada's on for Baena, Mark.
Is that
Um,
Sorlo?
Almadon Baena
Oh dear.
and Solov
Yeah,
on. And who is off for Solov?
Giuliano.
Juliano.
Juliano, Solov, remember, Solov scoring many goals against
Yeah.
Barça, but not the last times. He
Yeah,
scored
that's
6
true.
games in a row between Real Sociedad, Villarreal and Atletico de Madrid, but not the last one in the second leg of the Copa del Rey semi-finals. Barça won that game 1-0 with Ferran goals, so Julian and Sorloth in front. And I have to say that Raphinha was talking with the doctor next to the bench, and I think they're thinking on subs him. But Raphinha said, I don't want to listen to nothing, I want to go in. But you have to check with Hansi Flick in the next minutes if Raphinha is out or not. But Raphinha wants to play, of course.
Yeah. It's interesting, Mark, because Flick did say in a press conference recently about managing Raphinha and the fact that maybe we didn't manage him as we could have. So I just wonder what the decision will be on that. As it were, here is Raphinha on the ball. Raphinha, he's got Balde inside. Raphinha, and he looked for Lewandowski. It's going to go behind for, out for about a throw in.
Oh, Lewandowski was wide open in the second post
He
there.
was.
If that ball would have gone through, I don't think even Lewandowski could have missed that. No, Pedri, I know again. The size difference between Sorlo and Pedri is amazing.
Yeah,
Look at him, he's like...
Sorloth on,
Literally.
by the way, which is an attacking change for Atleti because it means
Yeah.
that they're going to have Alvarez and Sorloth up there together. Giuliano probably gets through more defensive work than Alvarez will, so
Yeah.
it's an attacking sub from Simeone.
No, and it makes
And
sense,
it's quite,
I think.
it's quite surprising that Griezmann is not in before Sorloth, isn't
Yeah.
it? Of course, Griezmann is
Yes.
not playing as much as other seasons, but it's quite surprising that Sorloth come in instead of him.
I wonder whether Simeone, Mark, is trying to tempt that Sorloth record against Barça and just feels that when a player's in form against a certain team, you use them. Although
Yeah.
Barça are still playing really good football here, they just need to start making the chances they were making in that first half. The combination play has been excellent, though. It's been
Yeah.
some of our best of the season for me, without a doubt. Raphinha and Lamine linking up now. Pedri's got the ball in midfield, dancing,
Oh.
finds a gap for Olmo, who finds Lewandowski, who finds Olmo! It's 2-1 to Barça! Dani Olmo's on the score sheet again. He gets his third goal in the space of a few days in the Spotify Cup
Oh,
now.
brilliant.
And Barça have retaken the lead here from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. It's Barça 2, Atletico de Madrid 1. He's down injured, but Barça are back in front, Alex.
Vamos! It was an assist by Lewandowski. I'm not quite sure how he did it, but he did it. Brilliant build-up play there from. It went back, it went Eric Garcia, went Pedri, it went Cubarsí, Eric Garcia, Lamine Yamal. Let's see that. It was a brilliant pass from Pedri down into Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo to Lewandowski. Oh, a little back heel. Oh, brilliant. It was a little back heel pass there from Lewandowski.
Here.
Right there. Boom.
Oh,
And
Oh,
Dani
it seems
Olmo
that
just,
he got a serious injury.
it's a
It
shoulder,
seems that
isn't
he
it?
goes. Yeah, I think that the shoulder. I think that he has a serious injury in the shoulder. Well, let's hope that it's only a movement of the shoulder. Let's hope that it's not a broken
Can't see. No,
shoulder.
It follows the ball. Maybe,
Almost
maybe when he
complaining
landed.
a lot.
yeah.
Almost complaining a lot. Well, first of all, big goal by Dani Olmo, of course.
Looks like a dislocation.
It does.
Yeah, they're trying. I'm just watching. I'm just in front of the action, guys. Sorry if you want to comment something, tell me. But I'm just in front of the action, and they're trying to put the shoulder
Back
in
into
position.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course,
Ow.
it's a luxation, Pablo. I don't know if it's a word, luxation. But,
Dislocation.
Dislocation. Yeah.
Marcus
But
Rashford
of
coming
course, there's
on.
going to be a substitution. Well, first of all, Lewandowski is
team.
out and Rashford is coming.
Yeah.
So this is the first substitution. Lew is out and Rashford's running, and Ferran for sure will come in for Dani Olmo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the two players who were the main players for the second goal, assist by Robert Lewandowski and goal by Dani Olmo. And it's a pity for Olmo for this, because third goal in Spotify Camp Nou, fourth goal this season, maybe one of the most important goals scored by Dani Olmo. He couldn't. I will try to listen something.
Yeah, well, keep us
just in front
updated,
of
Mark.
me. But it seems that it seems that it's in a lot of pain.
Pretend to
tell
drop the mic near them, and you'll be fine.
No, I know. Just at the moment that they were in front of me, they didn't say nothing. Well, after all, of course, we cannot celebrate the goal as much as it deserves, because it's a very, very important goal for Dani Olmo. For me, one of the most important ones in his Barca career. What a left shoot by Dani Olmo. Remember, his left foot, directly from the far post. Good assist by Lewandowski. And well, of course, we're going to hope that it's the less possible for Dani Olmo, but Barca is up.
Yeah. 2 games in a row. Robert's just telling me, of course. Olmo with another left-footed goal. Quite similar the finish into the far corner as well than the one he got in a stoppage time against Alaves. We do hope that Olmo is okay, Alex.
Yeah, surely. If it's just dislocation, it's not too bad. It hurts now. They just have to put it into place, and he should be back. No worries, but it was a brilliant finish. Lewandowski did really well to protect the ball and give it to Dani Olmo inside the box, and that was Dani Olmo brilliant with, that's those positions you have to decide so quickly, and the key is to just keep your calm, just finish it in the best way possible, and Dani Olmo did exactly that.
Wow.
It was a brilliant play. Look at Ferran there into space.
Oh, Rashford
no
offside.
way.
He's offside.
Was he?
Well, I'll tell you what,
but why the action is not ended? How many actions with Barca games are ended instead they are clear offside? Not this.
I didn't see that as that was not a clear offside.
Yeah, exactly.
At
I don't
all.
think it was. By the way, Flick with the changes, he's certainly gone gung ho. I'd say. He's not backing down, even though Barca are ahead. Raphinha's now dropped into number 10, and he tries to find Rashford there. So Rashford's off the left. Ferran is off the down the middle. And Lamine off the right. Here is Lamine. Bad giveaway that from Atleti. Can Barca kill the game here? Lamine Yamal! Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it.
I don't know what was wrong there. How far wide is that? I can't see that.
I think that might have ended up quite far wide. Terrible giveaway from Atleti. Jimenez it was. They look tired. They look broken right now. Barca seem to kill this off, and well.
It wasn't...
it's actually very close.
It was,
it's very close.
It was closer than it seemed. It was the very trademark left foot curler into the back post from Lamine Yamal, just went wide there. Rashford looks good in those spaces right now. I want to see something from him.
Yeah, let's see if Atleti do come out a little bit more now. You doubt they would too much. For me, they've not been that impressive at all.
No.
There's reminders of our guess the scores today.
Yeah.
I went 2-1, which is what it's at currently.
Yeah.
You, Alex, went with 3-2. Marc also went with 3-2. Let's really hope for our blood pressure that isn't the case.
I'll take a 3-1.
Yeah.
I
still feel like there's another Barca goal in this. So watch out. Here comes Sorlot. Oh, how good was that from Gerard Martin? Unbelievable defending. Not an actual centre-back. He dealt with Sorlot ever so well there. It's going to be two more of those.
An entire head taller than him, it seems. Sorlot's a scary man to defend.
Yeah, I can imagine, yeah.
Can you imagine Sorlot coming at you straight and going up for a header? Just cut up into the ball. He's a big man. Now I want to see there. Oi.
Football's been unbelievable tonight, Alex.
Oi,
Rashi! This is unbelievable. Pedri and Rashford are linked up unbelievably. Look at Lamine at the back post. It's not going to quite come to him. Good defending. Ferran is trying to anticipate that header, though. Barca are playing party-like football here. They really are. They've been unbelievable. They really have. And
that was outstanding from Pedri and Rashford. Lamine was going into that second post free, but
and I know that we like rock and roll football, but maybe that moment it's better to calm down a little bit. Because of course we don't have to give. I know what is our style, but how is the game right now? And let me comment something about the goal. I have to say that it was prepared the substitution for Lewandowski because Rashford was ready to come in.
Okay.
And it was just at the time that Olmo fell down, the moment that Ferran was called. But I must say I watched the replay of the goal, and it was absolute bad luck what happened with Dani's Olmo's shoulder. Tell me.
Raphinha is waving to the bench. Is anybody coming on?
I'm just looking at the bench. Not for the moment, but
Yeah, like what it does.
yeah,
look like
I think
Raphinha was
yes,
signalling.
because one of the assistant coaches talking with Hansi Flick. I think you can show, you can
dear.
see the image. Yeah. I think that Raphinha
And-
definitely will go out.
And
And-
Pedri's down.
And 2 substitutions, Marc Casado and Draw.
Yeah.
Marc Casado and
Okay.
Draw. So because Pedri's down. No
Yeah.
Raphinha, Pedri's down. No Pedri.
Just
no
fans are just like.
We just saw a reaction of a
Yeah.
Barça fan, Mark, when he
There's
saw
Joan Laporta.
when he saw that both
There he is.
Raphinha and Pedri are going to have to come off. Let's hope that that's just precautionary. Maybe Pedri's
Yeah.
just tired, he's got cramp, whatever, come back from injury. They've got through an awful lot of work and running today. The goal, by the way, between Levy and Olmo, brilliant.
Yeah.
I said it, Alex, I hope we get the second goal. I hope we get in front before we have to bring them off.
Yeah, no.
We have
hopefully-
done.
Yeah, no. It's been absolutely brilliant. Casado, if he comes on for Pedri, has a lot to do in that role.
No, but I think Pedri's fine, guys.
Yeah?
I want to calm you down. Yeah, I want to calm you down because I don't see Pedri in a lot of pain. And now the referee stopped the game.
I just think, I mean, if you told us, Mark, that Casado and Draw coming on, you'd imagine that probably around this point of the game anyway, Flick would have been thinking about resting his players. Raphinha
Yeah.
is certainly
Raphinha out.
coming off from what I see. Yeah,
Let's
there
go
you
and listen. Standing
Yeah.
ovation for him.
There we go.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
And also for Pedri, who's working from just the other side of the benches.
Yeah.
And then Casado is coming in. Also Draw, big game for Draw. How confident is Hansi Flick in this young talent, remember?
Yeah, he is.
Born in 2008. Born in 2008, quite similar to Pablo Bulls, but 2008. And well, good minutes for him in a big day.
Yeah.
And okay, if I have some news about Olmo, Raphinha or Pedri, I will tell you, but I think that we don't have to alarm with Raphinha and Pedri.
No.
I'd agree. I agree, Malik.
Yeah.
I think I imagine Pedri was down with cramp or
Yeah,
tiredness.
no. I think it's both of them being like, if I go any further, this could be dangerous.
Yeah.
If I stop now, we're in the clear.
I agree, Alex. I completely agree.
It's them managing themselves in a very smart way, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Here come Atleti then. Of course, the game does now change because you're probably taking off Barca's arguably 2 best players
Yeah.
of the game, right? In Raphinha and Pedri, 2 of them being excellent. That's poor.
Yeah.
from
No.
Gallagher, I think it was caught
Yeah.
offside there. Shouldn't be offside there, really.
No, I think Casado overall has a lot to do because Eric Garcia would be very tired as well. So, Grisou.
Here we go
coming
then. A substitute is substituted. Koke is off, and Griezmann is on. Wow, that's probably not something Koke would enjoy too much, but needs must. Needs must for Atleti, so Griezmann is on, and that's an attacking change for them, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 3 forwards right now with Griezmann, with Julian Alvarez and Sordo. Of course, Atletico Madrid is losing. Remember Griezmann, who plays for Barça between 2019 and 2021, but only 1 season in front of the fans. Well, 1 season, not all the season, because he played here for the COVID time. And well, I must say that I was a Griezmann fan. I know that not many Barca fans remember him very well, but I have to say that I was a Griezmann fan. He was a very good guy, and well, it was a pity for me that Griezmann was not here more time.
Yeah, I'd agree. We heard some whistles there, Mark, and it's typical, isn't it? But I must say, I agree with you. I think he did a decent job actually at Barca, and certainly under Koeman as well. I quite enjoyed him. Let's hope there's no Griezmann antics.
Let's hope he does bad
in the last. Yeah, everyone wishing bad now. Let's hope he doesn't produce any antics here in the last 15 minutes. I think, Alex, this is going to be a different last 15 minutes now.
Yeah, no.
Not just because it's 2-1 and now Atleti are obliged to come out and we're going to probably drop off a little bit more than we have been.
Yeah.
I think also because of the subs.
Yeah, no, I think, to be fair, we've been doing really well with the high press. I think the energy changes slightly when you don't have players like Pedri and Raphinha who are such. It's much more than their quality. Their quality is going to be missed, but their leadership is what is what goes.
Completely
is
agree.
what matters.
Well, look at Draw getting himself
Getting
about
a
there.
corner.
Brilliant. Wins a corner for Barça. Atleti made a bit of a mess of it. And Koundé and then Draw already put themselves about. You could see Raphinha, when he came off, was saying to Casado and Draw, he was saying, you've got to give 150 here, you know, and that's what Draw's done there from the outset.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a mixture of, you know, players off the bench wanting to make an impact on the game. Us, you know, 3-1 is a much better scoreline than having to hold on to 2-1. Let's see this.
There's a corner from Lamine. It's whipped over there, and Oblak had to deal with it. He did deal with it. He tips it behind for another Barça corner.
Yeah. So we'll see what the youngsters do, because it is about managing the match as well as, you know, them trying to get the glory for us and for themselves. But I think more overall, you know, Atletico are in attacking modes, and we just need to manage that.
Rashford over the subsequent corner, in by Rashford, easy for Oblak on this occasion. A little bit too floated and too close to the Slovenian, who easily gobbled that one up. Dishes out now to Jimenez. Good thing so far, Alex, is we've managed to sort of keep Atleti pinned in. You get the feeling there will come a point where they start to turn the screw a bit and put Barça on the back foot themselves. That's good intensity from Casado, though.
Yeah, no, I think you saw it there from, you know, Jan Black. Picked up the ball from the corner, could have easily gone into counter-attack there, but we did really, really well to actually cover the players that were running into the counter-attack. We ran back really well, held the ball, held the spaces really well, and Jan Black just had no other chance to just wait and give it to the centre-back to play up the back.
Yeah.
So I think that was a really good example of managing the match right now really well.
Yeah, Barça, I'd say, are doing a good job of that too. I completely agree. That one's hacked up from Atleti. Goes all the way through to Duran Garcia. I think what's difficult for Atleti is they've based so much of their performance on not going forward, really, on sitting in and soaking up pressure and trying to hit Barça in
on the counter.
Yeah, but now I think the fact they're going to have to completely change that. Yeah, that's tricky for a team to do. It really is, and I don't think people value that. That, you know, you are set up a whole way during the week. They're now going to have to change things. Yeah,
no, entirely, because and the things that they set up well. You know, they did start the game really, really strong, and essentially we just took control of the game as well as we can. And right now,
here they come again, Atleti. Oh, and well, Atleti, I think that they want a penalty there for a little bit of a bump off. How are you feeling, Alex, in the final minutes? Are you looking at the clock every minute? Are you on the edge of your seat, or are you confident in the team?
I'm literally grasping onto Lewandowski here for my comfort. No, look at Lamine Yamal into space there. He has, who does he have? He's
got company there in one there. I thought he got a shot. Maybe. I must say, live chat, let me know how you guys are feeling. I'm between 1 and 2 here. I think I've got full confidence in the team, but I'm suffering
nervous.
A bit here.
I'm nervous. It's just. It's
There's the ball as well. Kubarsi had to make it, didn't make it. This is the chance for 2-2. Oh, he's gone round everyone, Almada, and he's missed it. Wipe the brow, people, because Atleti so nearly equalised. It looks as though they did, Alex. He was onside. It would have counted. My God.
Wow.
I want to say, well done by Juan Garcia, just keeping the position as much as he can, just to force Almada. Quite similar about what happened, quite similar, not the same, with Sivera and Lamine Yamal last Saturday. Do you remember that? That Sivera was down trying to force Lamine to shoot by the right foot. Maybe this one was clear one, but I think that Juan Garcia did it well.
Yeah, Alejandro Balde literally just stayed. He didn't bite at any time, any fakes, anybody. It was Juan Garcia and Alejandro Balde who did really well to keep on their feet and literally just push the player out as far wide as he can until he had no other chance to just, you know, shoot and hope for the best, and essentially that just went far wide. So yeah, no, Juan Garcia and Alejandro Balde did really, really well there to keep their cool.
Nice look at this from Barça. Look at Draw's feet in there. Brilliant from him. Off to Lamine. I mean, that was the biggest scare we've had yet. I'm going to be honest with you. I did not enjoy that one bit. It's one of those ones where you're waiting for the net to bulge, isn't it?
No, I was just waiting for him to shoot and that just to go back of the net. The Atletico player had the advantage there. Juan Garcia was, you know, he wasn't on his feet, he was on the ground. Alejandro Balde, all he needed to do was bite, and thankfully, you know, Alejandro Balde is having a really good match today. He just stood on his feet and just kept it going, and I know that was really good. I agree with Marc. Juan Garcia did really well, and Alejandro Balde did really well to complement these are the moments where it counts.
Yeah, Mac Lumvis says that was close. Yes, it was. Bita Malita says, oof. Yeah, that's how we're all feeling. I must say, back to the question, I'm looking at the clock every minute now.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's only 80 is what I'm feeling now. I just want it to keep ticking because feeling the nerves, I think it's fair to say. That was good from Eddie Garcia there. Come on, Rashford. How's your pace? Pretty quick, but Oblak was well off his own. He spotted it. We'll take that. We've got to throw in good from Rashi.
High up the pitch. Ferran Torres and Marcus Rashford did really well to put Oblak under pressure to just be able to kick the ball literally anywhere. And that is a throw in for us high up the pitch.
I want to say that it seems that the goal from home came exactly in the greatest time to come.
Yeah.
Because I think that Barca will play quite good. We got some attempts, but not close for the 90 minutes and before the injuries. So it came in the best moment for the team.
Bad giveaway that from Griezmann, wasn't it? Careless, really. Gave it straight to Lamine Yamal. He's got Koundé up in support. Koundé jotted back off to Lamine Yamal now. Just delays. Jots it inside to Eric Garcia. This is Balde now up in support. Rashford, our third goal would just settle us all down here, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If Barca are to hold on, I mean, this would be a monumental 3 points in the league season. It really would. Feels like we're still a long way away from that for now. Dro just beat into the ball there from Koundé's pass.
Yeah, no, Atletico they're high pressing intensely. Jules Koundé, Gerard Martin and Cubarsí are having to receive the ball in very awkward angles, body angles. Which is not great for us because that's just uncomfortable.
Juan Garcia beat a Sorlot to the ball there, but Atleti is still coming forward here. Rashford just sort of lost sight of that. Here's Almada again, easy for Cubarsí, heads it clear. Dro just needs to get it out. He does get it out. That looks like a foul to me, surely. It is, yeah. There you go. Foul on Dro, and that looks painful for the youngster.
That just Almada took him out entirely there from the legs.
Oof,
yeah, that hurts. Into the shin.
Yeah, come on, guys. Let's get some support in the chat, people. Let's get the hearts in there. Come on, we need them. In fact, just get.
We're almost there.
Get your emojis in there. Yeah, Mac Lumvis says we need the third one. Yeah, I think
we do. I think we're all feeling that. I think we got this. We're feeling good. I feel like we can get third one.
Okay.
I feel it.
Yeah, that's the positivity we need. Who else believes we get a third one? Come on, let us know.
What?
Third goal would absolutely.
This is my stress, Lewandowski.
It is, yeah. You're holding him tight, yeah. There's the attendance, by the way, that Mark told us. 45,205. Here come Atleti again. We're just losing the ball more than we were, aren't we, Alex? I mean, Atleti have had way more of the ball in the last few moments than they have right throughout the game. The possession stats are starting to level themselves out.
No, I mean, Atletico made attacking changes, and Atletico are now attacking. So it's what Simeone planned. It's what the substitutes were made to do, and we made a lot of substitutions as well. And luckily for us, we did score at the right moment because making all these subs, needing to score another one would have been a very different game. Now it's making all these subs and having to continue the game and maintain the game and manage the game. It's a very different role for substitutions to do. And right now they're doing it well, Atletico, but it's the nature of the substitutes. Atletico attacking,
Christensen will come in.
Pressing, and Christensen will come in.
Christensen's coming on. There's hearts in the chat. Leona's got the hearts in there, but first Barca have a corner to defend. It's in by Griezmann. Should be Juan Garcia's. It is Juan Garcia's. Get him.
Go on. Juan Garcia has had a really good match today.
He's in very good form.
He's so confident, and I think that's a big question mark that I think a lot of people had about Juan Garcia is how good will he be in a team that's so, possession based. He's gonna have to use a lot of his feet. He has to calm down, use his head quite a lot, and he's done it absolutely brilliant. I think it was Chesney at the beginning of the season that he's like it's one of the players, one of the keepers with the most potential that I've seen in my career. And right now, Juan Garcia is shining.
And now offside. The line is working, guys. Line is working in the second half. Many attempts of Atletico also were disallowed due to the offside. Well, 5 minutes to go. I must say that I don't expect a lot of added time because, well...
don't speak too soon.
No. I want to say, of course, it won't be short, but I don't expect more than 3 or 4 minutes because it were only one goal, no revisions of VAR. And
It's true.
Yeah.
a lot of
was-
changes were in the
was-
same window.
Well, it was
Substitutions, so the almost stoppage. a
no,
bit.
we had the almost stoppage, Pedri stoppage, Atletico stoppage as well. Well, slightly because the refs.
4 or 5,
by
more or
Ena,
less.
by Ena, yeah, 4 or 5 minutes
Yeah,
to go.
but-
Mark, is Christensen still preparing to come on?
Yeah. He will come in.
Okay. So,
Remember that
so
last
we'll
game he come in for Kubarsi, maybe for Eric.
Yeah.
I wonder whether Flick will want to leave Eric on there because he's done such a good job in midfield. He maybe won't want to jiggle that up
Yeah, and
too much.
he's moved 2 players so far, and when you have Kubarsi and Gerard Martin, you want to leave someone experienced and someone they trust in front of them.
Yeah. El Mirdei says, come on, get this done. Yeah, that's how we're all feeling. Come on,
Yeah.
Cordettes. And by the way, thank you for all the red and blue hearts in the chat. Mark, you were saying?
Lamine is out. Lamine is out.
Okay, wow, there you
Okay.
go.
Christensen will come in.
Defensive
Of
change.
course, it's a
then.
defensive substitutions, but only 4 minutes to go plus added time.
That's fine.
I think it was a good game played by Lamine. He was very close to score the 3-1. I think he made some good plays in the first half. And of course, a lot of people expect him to score many goals, but I think he played quite good, and I think he pressed also very well, especially in the moments in the second half before the second goal came. So I think we have to be happy with his game.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think Lamine he's performed well tonight. And tell you what, from minute 1 he looked well in the mood, didn't he? And he was taking players on and causing havoc for Barça. That change certainly defensive, isn't it? Let's see where Christensen puts himself.
No, he goes
all the
straight
way
in the
through.
middle.
Yeah.
Straight in the middle of Kubarsi and Gerard Martin. So going to the back 5 for us.
But he's
Kind of
almost
a
in
double
midfield
pivot,
with
yeah,
Eric.
kind of like a double pivot role with Eric Garcia. We have to see Atletico attack. I think he'll probably drop in between them when Atletico attack to just give him that extra help in the back, especially with Sorlo.
Yeah.
Christensen can equalize with the
100%.
the height.
It's the height, isn't it? I think for set pieces as well. He's going to go in there alongside Eric Garcia. So 2 centre backs in midfield, and then 2 behind them, of course.
Yeah.
And Casado's just going to push a little bit further on with Dro.
Go on,
And watch
Casado!
out here. We won it back there. We were in. Ferran was in. I must say, for the last 10 minutes or so, we've not really had much of the ball in the attacking half of the pitch, and it's been trying to contain Atleti, hasn't it? We've done a good job of it so far. The Almada chance, the closest that Simeone's side have come. Black now dishes it over to Longley.
Yeah. No, we've not had a spell of possession probably since we made the subs, really. There's been a couple of times
from
Marcus Rashford.
Good from Rashford.
Go on, Ferran.
Can Ferran get that? All Black's going to come out and deal with it easily. But we need those sorts of recoveries from our players. They've just got to give that extra little percentage and get in there and nick it back.
Yeah, Casado has come on with great energy, getting in a lot of tackles there.
Yeah, again.
No.
He couldn't dare watched him, but no complaints from the Frenchman. He very rarely complains.
Yeah, no.
He just moves on with his life.
Just goes along with it. I wish I could be as calm as Gunde with life in general.
Just gets on with it. Here is Molina. That's a great ball on the back. Sorlot onside to me there, Alex. Here comes Alexander Sorlot. Oh, he's delayed too much, and Barça got away with it. Molina with a shot, corner. No flag. He was onside. Barça, well, I'll tell you what, Atleti made a bit of a hash of that, didn't they?
Yeah, no, I held my breath for that one.
Yes.
Sorlot got into really good space there.
Yeah, but maybe we prefer Sorlot to do the cross and not be in the far post, especially for what happened last season.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, he had a
corner
big
for
chance.
Atletico in 20 seconds. We're gonna know how many added time we will have.
Yeah, I mean, Mark, my heart is pounding right now. I'm going to be honest with you. And it comes by Griezmann, good header. I think that was Rashford. Who got back in there. Going to have to do the same sort of thing now, Barca. Rashford it is who's rushed out to the ball. Brilliant. Defended the corner, then dealt with that. No foul given there. Mark, how much has been added?
6 minutes. 6 minutes. Yeah. For me, it's more than fair, but well, we have to accept.
Right.
With respect.
Here come Atleti again. It's Almada. 6 additional minutes, people. This is not done yet. There's a lot of football still to be played. You can feel the whistles, the nerves. That's the header one. We'll take that. It goes behind for a Barça goal kick.
Calm down.
I must say that for me,
we're holding up the Atletico attacks really well.
For me, fair would be maybe 4 or 5 minutes, but well, we have to accept. If we, for example, were down of the on the score, maybe we would say, okay, 6 is fair. So, well, but 1 is gone, so only 5 to go.
Yeah.
And listen to Spotify Camp Nou. Listen to Spotify Camp Nou. Just supporting the team in this important game to be in the top of the table and to have 6 more points than Atletico.
Yeah, Culers, use your Barça flags. Use your flags in the chat. I want to see the chat filled with Barça flags. We're 5 minutes away from a massive, massive victory in LaLiga. We go 4 points clear tonight. We go 6 clear of Atleti. It feels like it could be a huge step in our season in the domestic competition. Get your Barça flags in the chat. Oh, goodness me.
Yeah, there's Christensen just dropping in between Gerard Martin and Ubarsi to defend Sorglot there. Now it's just about managing again. I think Rashford is doing more defensive actions than offensive actions. He knows exactly his role and he's playing it for the team.
Yeah. To be fair, he's doing a pretty good job of it.
He is doing an amazing job. Draw as well.
We need same from you though. We've got to stop the crosses. Kubarsi wins that one. Koundé's got to win the second. Kubarsi wins it again. Draw's got to put his body in here, but no City free kicks. Get out, Barca, get out. Heavy touch, we take that. No, we don't. Atleti have got in, they're in behind. Big chance. Griezmann, what a miss. Barca survive. Gerard Martin got a touch. Looked a certain goal. Barca survive again. Oh my God. Everyone try and breathe if you can. Gerard Martin's had to clear. We can't really get out right now. We're a bit like Atleti were in the first half. There's no route clear. I wonder whether Barca need to kick it to touch.
Yeah.
Gerard Martin wins it. Come on. Get control of the ball.
Go on. Calma.
Release Rashford.
Casado. Anda.
He releases Rashford.
Go on.
Who's going to get there first? Rashford now for Barca. He goes towards goal. Can this be the definitive goal? Marcus Rashford. Saved by All Black. Corner. We'll take it.
We'll take it.
But listen to Spotify Camp Nou. Just making an standing ovation for that play made by Marcus Rashford, and of course for the defensive effort by Marc Casado, who I think is playing a very, very good final of the game.
Yeah, Marc Casado has been outstanding, has had an instant impact. He's going 100%, 150% to every single tackle, every single play. He's literally giving everything to hold this result right now, and Marc Casado has been outstanding.
3 minutes have been played, Alex. I mean, that we haven't seen again that Griezmann chance, by the way, but what a chance it was. How about that piece of skill from Rashford? Now back to Casado. When that fell to Griezmann and Ossoy, you just thought no. Here's Balde. Now Rashford, there's a bit of space for him. He's going to line it up. Rashford, he went for the near post. Again, it's one of those where are you thinking maybe don't shoot in this stage of the game? Pass, just keep it in the corner flag. Yeah,
no, they did really well. To be fair, Marcus Rashford, Ferran Torres did really well to get into the corner flag there. A little nice footwork from Marcus Rashford, got it up to Marc Casado. Alejandro Balde found himself. I'm so nervous, I can't speak. Found himself in space, and Marcus Rashford, to be fair, it was an open shot. There was no one in front of him. It was
watch out, that's going all the way to the back post. Hankel's going to keep that in play. Gerard Martin's got to be careful.
Yeah.
Barca need to get contact on the ball here, and it's going to be a corner.
Aye.
Just let that ball
2
hang in
minutes
the
to
air
go.
for a bit too long. It's still 2 minutes to go. For me, it's going pretty slowly, this.
It's very, it really is.
The fact we've still got 2 minutes is nerve-wracking, and Atleti are pushing, and they've got big bodies in the box. Barca are going to really have to defend this well. We have got a lot of height, centre-backs on the pitch to deal with it. Rashford got rid of this last corner. Let's hope he can get rid of this one too. Maybe Joan Garcia can help us.
It's offside. It's offside. It's offside. Well, offside.
No, the ball
went out.
Yeah.
The ball went out. And look at the Barca players shaking the hands, trying to put all the people stand up. Only 1 minute to end this crucial game. I agree with you, Pablo and Alex. Of course, we're not gonna win the league today, but after the last scores by Real Madrid, the last results, and putting 6 points of difference between Barca and Atletico could be a very important gap in this 15th round.
Well, we can see on our screen now there, we just saw the flags behind Hansi Flick. All of the scarves, that's it. All the fans on their feet behind Hansi Flick, and brilliant atmosphere inside the Spotify Camp Nou tonight. We hope for many more nights like these, and with even more fans inside the historic stadium. Barca less than a minute away here. That's a brilliant leap, Rashford. Keep it in the corner flag, and we're there. Rashford.
30 seconds.
Just hold it. Play. Lovely from Rashford. He's found draw. Barca, they can't help themselves but look for a third. Still draw. Drops it off for Casado. Now it's just a game of keeping the ball, which Barça, I must say, are doing really well. And Ferran should make it 3. He's made it 3!
That's it!
Barça beating Atletico de Madrid by 3 goals to 1.
Vamos!
Ferran Torres, the Shark, is off the bench again to do it. Barça, they're going to stay top of LaLiga here. Hansi Flick's loving it. Big smile from him. We're all smiling here. Barça 3, Atleti 1.
Vamos! That was all subs. Draw with a brilliant header. Marcus Rashford kept his cool. Gave it out to Marc Casado. Played it out to Draw. Ferran Torres with a brilliant finish. Look at that. Casado, Rashford, Alejandro Balde.
Brilliant.
So good.
They are checking if it's humble or not. They are checking if it's humble.
Okay,
But,
this will
I
tell
must
us.
say-
1 second, we're just going to have a look here.
No,
I don't.
it hits.
I don't think it hits his hand. Mark,
It
you
hit
were
his
saying.
chest. It hit his chest.
The referee is talking with Atletico Madrid players.
Yeah, it hit his chest. Right here.
Should be a goal, I think, Mark.
Yeah.
And what a moment
If
for
it's a
Barca.
goal, I will
Yeah.
tell all the stats of this Ferran goal. They are just checking it. But instead of this, the game has to end.
Well, do let us know, Mark. I must say, from the angles we've seen, Alex, didn't look like it. Didn't look like it hit his hand. Here,
I think
maybe?
that was quite clear. I think that was quite clear that it hit the side of. It looks like it hit his hand, yes, but it hit the side of his chest.
Oh.
It's goal! It's goal! So, this season,
Vamos!
Ferran Torres, 10th goal of the season. 10 goals for
Vamos!
our top scorer this season, the Shark, scoring 10 goals. And maybe one of the most important also, Ferran, who scores the last winning goal. And it's done the game. Barca won, Atletico again. We are the leaders.
Vamos!
We are the leaders of La Liga.
Vamos! That's one of the wins of the season, maybe our best win of the season so far.
Definitely.
Barça have beaten Atletico de Madrid by 3 goals to 1 at the Spotify Camp Nou. They were down early with Baena's goal, but boy did they bounce back in style. A dominant display from Hansi Flick's side, who with Pedri and Raphinha shining, Raphinha got the first. And then the second from Dani Olmo, who then had to go off after a shoulder injury in the second half. And then, with just a few seconds to go, with the final kick of the game, it was Ferran Torres who gets his 10th Barça goal of the season. They're going to stay top of La Liga. They've got their biggest win of the campaign yet. They've beaten Atleti by 3 goals to 1. Well, breathe and breathe. What an unbelievable moment that is, Alex, in our season. That feels definitive. That feels big to me. Early thoughts.
Wow. I think well-deserving win, outstanding. You can't really fault us for winning 3-1 the way that we did, the way that we played. We suffered. We knew that from the start. Atletico have had an outstanding season. They have outstanding players. It was never going to be easy, especially judging from last season. It's never an easy game. But I think we did brilliant to nullify their game and actually exploit our strengths.
Yeah.
In a lot of the players that we had. Hansi Flick, I think, nailed everything with the starting lineup, the style play, and the substitutions. He got it all right today, and every single player was turned on. Every single player was switched to high level intensity, 100%, and it was a 10 out of 10 game.
Yeah, one of those special nights that I think at the Spotify Camp Nou, certainly. You got a poll in the chat, by the way, people. Who was your MVP? Was it Pedri, Raphinha, Eric Garcia, or Dani Olmo? We'll be discussing a lot of that in the post-game. What an unbelievable moment that is for Barca. A moment I think we're going to be remembering for quite some time. The way it ended there with the Ferran goal, just euphoria. And I'll say this, I think, I'm trying to think back. Probably for me, Alex, our best display of the season. I think the way we played, I really do. I think against a side like Atleti too, put them to the sword, thoroughly deserved the win. What an unbelievable 3 points for Barca. We're going to take a very short break here. We're going to be back within a few moments. Don't go anywhere. All the live reactions from the game, from the Barca players, plus the highlights. You're going to want to see this, guys. Don't go anywhere. Barca are going to stay top of La Liga. They've got a big win over Atletico de Madrid. Don't go anywhere. Oh, one of the games of the season, without a doubt. What a win for Barça against Atletico de Madrid. And I'll tell you what, guys, we can go straight ahead with the highlights of tonight's game. A game we're not going to be forgetting for a very long time. Barça started ever so well, I thought, despite going 1-0 down, Alex. And for me, that was one of the big displays of the season. I liked everything about our performance. I really did from minute 1 to 90. We suffered a bit at the end. But this was really when, well, things looked worse off. I still thought at this point we were doing well, but Baena's little dink into the corner there, they said it was offside. Then after VAR review, the goal was given.
Yeah, no, it was, again, Atletico de Madrid did really well to exploit the space there behind Cubarsí. And this pass, can we just stop for a second? Look at this. That is art. That is absolutely amazing. Pedri, from the assist to the finish, Raphinha did absolutely amazing there to leave Jano Black on the floor behind him. Look at that little dink fake. Boom.
Yeah, brilliant from Raphinha.
Easy pass with his weak foot, and I think we needed more of the Pedri pass there. And this was the chance that Jano Black, that is not Jano Black, Joan Garcia did brilliant there to block.
Yeah, Joan Garcia there blocking this. Then this was so long ago. I forgot this even happened.
That's
Barca
true.
with a chance to put themselves ahead, even within the first half. When, by the way, at this stage, 35 minutes, it was just Barca. Yeah. Atleti had 0 chances, and Lewandowski skied the resulting penalty.
Yeah.
I mean, I must say, at that moment, I was thinking, we're playing really well. I think we're going to get more chances, but you don't want to give up easy ones against Atleti.
Yeah. And this was
Lewandowski, what a save by Oblak.
No, this was a brilliant chance from Lewandowski, but a brilliant save from Oblak. It's one of those where you appreciate the attacking play and the defensive play from the keeper there, and this was... Raphinha there. Again, this was the one, I think his first touch unbalanced him, and his shot just not a great shot there.
Yeah, Barca kept on coming forward. Raphinha, Lewandowski, they all had chances. It maybe looked as though it wasn't going to be our night. It looked as though it was maybe going to be one of those nights where, well, the ball just doesn't want to go in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Until up stepped Olmo, linking up beautifully with Lewandowski. And when it looked as though there was no space, there was Olmo, by the way, who we looked as though has produced a shoulder injury after all of that. Had to go off immediately after this, but brilliant take, brilliant finish, and what a moment for Barca.
Yeah, no, it was. I'm happy for Lewandowski that he had an impact on the game, considering the penalty. I think he was doing everything right, just wasn't getting the balls to him. But again, that was really good from him, holding the ball up, letting Dani Olmo have the space as well, and just brilliant finish. This could have been an absolute amazing finish for Lamine Yamal there. Yeah,
I mean, at this stage, we were running all over Atleti. We really were. I think in the last moments of the game, things changed, didn't they? I mean, Rashford, well, he had a lot of defending to do when he came on. We haven't seen the Atleti chances in these 3 minutes, by the way. Almada, Griezmann's miss hit. It could have been 2-2. It wasn't, and Ferran made it 3. Assist by Balde, beautifully worked, as you said, Alex, in live time. And Ferran says shush to anyone who may be doubting him, and gets the third for Barca. And what a third. What a moment this was, by the way, at the new stadium as well.
Yeah, no, it was again, it's those moments again like Dani Olmo. They get into these positions, and it's so easy to just panic and do whatever. But they had, Ferran there took a first touch. He knew exactly the space he had around him. He knew there was no defenders around him. Took a first touch, made sure that he scored in that moment, and just 10 out of 10 match.
I liked so much about our display tonight, Alex. I think the last 10 minutes we struggled a bit. Last 10-15 minutes, I think Atleti came up. They opened up more. We probably expected that. We had to bring off Pedri and Raphinha. But with those two back in, with the way Barca played tonight, I think coming off the back of the win against Alaves, which I personally thought was a decent display too. I know Flick was maybe more self-critical about it. I'm pretty happy with where Barca are right now, and I'm feeling pretty positive. I think this has been quite a big week for us. After the Chelsea defeat, to respond in the way we have says a lot about the mentality of the group, and it's definitely, for me, one of the positive moments of the season, this.
No, yeah, I think you can take this game away and you really realise that the mentality that all these players have, what these players are playing for. You look at that. I think that game against Chelsea was really telling. It was frustrating. I think the players, and it's fine. Teams will have those days that it doesn't work, and Chelsea was one of those days. But I think everyone it clicked in the head that this can't happen again this season, especially in a big game like this. There is margins in the Champions League. Luckily now that there's a league table and
more games.
But it's at the end of the day, you don't want to lose these games. This is where it counts. And when you play like this against your direct rival for the league, and you go top of the league ahead of Real Madrid, it's a mental game.
Yeah.
It's a mental game. You know, the confidence that this is going to give our players is ridiculous. The confidence that we already had was good, but now it's just, you know, we are capable of playing these games against big teams, and I think it's reminding ourselves of that as well. I'm talking as if I'm one of them, as if I'm going to be on the pitch and be like, remember guys, this is what we did last time. No, but I think it's important for confidence, and I think, you know, having the Camp Nou, I think we've not talked about it enough. It was outstanding, and when you have that home feeling, you know, Montjuic was amazing, but Camp Nou is our home, and you really felt that tonight, and I think the players know that as well. So it was, you know, of energy feeding off of each other, and every single player today, I think, had a really good game. Yeah,
100%. We're getting a lot of comments here. Lichiro Rios Kurasaki says a massive team effort, so proud. Chevron Bishop says loved Rashford's play this game. Link up with Balde was so nice. We're getting a lot of Visca Barças from Bruna. Peter Malaguita with the cats and Pedri emojis. Mac Lundqvist with the shark emojis. It really was one of those full team performances. You can see the table on the screens now as well, with the Barça 4 points clear. Remember, Madrid are playing against Athletic Club, who are down 8th, but they're at San Mamés. Never easy to play there. No. That's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock local time. That's a massive one to look out for too. And I said before the game, actually, Alex, about the fact that we played PSG at home, we lost. We played Madrid away, we lost. We played Chelsea away, we lost. I felt like we needed tonight in terms of to win a big game.
Yeah, no, those big games are what count at the end of the day. Unfortunately at the same time, you know, you lose these games and it hurts. Yeah. And, you know, we saw that again, you know, in El Clásico so far this season. It wasn't an easy loss, because you know how important that is, both in the table but also for confidence and for, I would say, ego, because at the end, to be, you know, the top, you do need ego. And when you win these games over a team like Atletico Madrid, that has big egos overall, it's nice.
Yeah.
You know, you grow good into it. You're like, look, you guys are, you know, really, really good, had a really good season, but we're better. We're better. At least for today, we're better, and it's that confidence boost that I think we needed. Again, like you said, Pablo, I agree that we needed a big performance in a big match, and today was exactly that. Yeah,
I couldn't agree more. I liked a lot about Barça's display. I really did. I thought we were excellent. Let's pick out a few key names. I think immediately you look at. I mean, I'm even thinking, Alex. I was thinking about the Chelsea game, for example. Obviously, we didn't have Pedri in that one. Yeah. Raphinha didn't start. He is, however, or did, speak to Marc Casado a few moments ago. Let's hear from Raphinha after this one.
Next to our captain today, next to Raphinha, he scored the first goal, very important for this incredible win here at Spotify Camp Nou. Rafa, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Enseguida te pregunto por el partido, por la victoria, pero hace un año saliste a los micrófonos de los medios del club a decir: este partido lo hemos perdido por mi culpa, he tenido una oportunidad muy clara contra el Atlético de Madrid.
He tenido otra hoy, pero
te iba a decir, te has quitado un poquito de la espina en este partido con este gol, con esta victoria. Aquel partido fue un punto de inflexión y el de hoy también lo puede ser.
Bueno, sabíamos la dificultad que sería el partido. Al final son partidos como estos que te pueden dar una liga al final de temporada. La temporada pasada, obviamente, queremos ganar el partido contra el Atlético, pero creo que después de la segunda mitad de la temporada supimos estar mejor que en la, no diría en la primera mitad, pero el mes de diciembre, obviamente, hemos estado muy mal. Y bueno, creo que ahora mismo estamos haciendo bien. Obviamente estuvimos algunos partidos por debajo de lo que es el normal del equipo, pero creo que estamos volviendo y bueno, nos estamos encontrando otra vez.
¿Cómo valoras la reacción del equipo? Porque el partido se había puesto difícil con ese 0-1 y a partir de entonces es cuando habéis empezado a jugar mejor, ya hasta la victoria.
Bueno, la temporada pasada hemos hecho igual, salimos perdiendo el partido y supimos remontarlo, pero es lo que digo, la fuerza de este equipo, partidos como este que sabemos mantener la tranquilidad y la cabeza en el sitio para poder remontar el partido es esencial y al final lo estamos haciendo muy bien. Y bueno, lo importante es después de encajar un gol estar tranquilos y mantenerte fuerte para poder remontar el partido.
¿Cómo sienta volver a marcar aquí en el Spotify Camp Nou?
La verdad, muy bien. Estaba esperando este momento. La verdad, salgo bastante feliz por el gol, pero más por la victoria.
Gracias, Rafa. ¿Estás bien, no? Nos puedes dejar tranquilos, ¿no?
Estoy bien, estoy bien.
Gracias, Rafa. Enhorabuena. The words of Raphinha. Calm down. Raphinha is fine, of course. He was injured for the last weeks, but he's fine. Very happy about what happened this night here at Spotify Camp Nou with the goal and also with the win.
Thank you very much, Mark. Hearing from the main man there, Raphinha. What a guy! We got his stats on our screen right now. I absolutely love this bloke. I really do. I can't believe how good he's been for Barça. And when he comes back into the team, I'm almost without of words for him. Let's hear from Balde though before any of this. Balde with Marc.
We are with a player from La Masia who always celebrate that kind of wins, especially here at Spotify Camp Nou al costat d'Alejandro Balde. Alejandro, què tal? Bona nit.
Bona nit, molt bé.
Home, tu ja havies jugat partits aquí a l'estadi, a l'Spotify Camp Nou, però venia de gust no tornar a viure una gran nit aquí a casa vostra?
Sí, sempre és especial jugar a aquest estadi que, bueno, crec que per mi el millor estadi del món i, bueno, molt content de tornar al Camp Nou, a la nostra casa i bueno, amb molta alegria.
Ara que vinguis una miqueta més cap aquí. Aquí ho fem, coses del directe. Alejandro, no sé si sensació que si el partit de la temporada passada us va deixar molta frustració pel gol al final, per aquell 1-2, però que va ser un punt d'inflexió, el d'avui en positiu també ho pot ser, perquè us heu aixecat amb el 0-1 i al final heu acabat aconseguint una victòria que és la 5a seguida de la Lliga.
Sí, crec que a la Lliga estem en bona dinàmica. Avui sabíem que l'Atlético de Madrid era un rival molt dur, però bueno, sí que és veritat que ells ens han ficat el primer gol, però bueno, em quedo amb l'actitud de l'equip, que ens ha pogut canviar la situació i crec que hem fet un molt bon gran partit.
No sé fins a quin punt també la segona part, les ocasions que heu generat, el gol d'Olmo, una llàstima el mal que s'ha fet, forma part d'aquesta confiança que heu anat guanyant en aquests últims partits.
Sí, crec que, bueno, sí que és veritat que, per exemple, el partit de Chelsea va ser dur, però bueno, crec que l'equip està amb molta confiança, sabem cadascú el potencial que tenim i sabem que podem fer grans coses i bueno, crec que hem de continuar aquest camí.
I et faig l'última. Es parla molt també de com aquest equip ataca, quantes ocasions genera, quants gols fa, però també heu sabut patir avui.
Sí, sí que és veritat que normalment es parla de l'atac, però crec que també hem de valorar la defensa, crec que hem fet un gran treball avui, hem defensat molt bé i bueno, també s'ha de valorar això.
Gràcies, Alejandro, enhorabona.
De res.
The words of Alejandro Balde, but don't go because I have here our coach Hansi Flick who hugged just Alejandro Balde in a while. That's going to comment this game again with our coach Hansi. How do you value this victory, this comeback in a big night here at Spotify Camp Nou?
Great, I'm very, very happy. Appreciate a lot how we played today. I think the performance was I think was one of the best match this season, and really happy also with everything. So we defend also together as one unit. This is what I want to see, but also in the offense you saw we create also a lot of spaces for the striker, for the attacker. So it's good. It was at the end. I think also we deserved it to win. Very happy.
You always are talking, you just said, we have to defend as a unit, we have to fight, and after the 1-0 it seems that the team start to play better, the spirit next to the fans. So are you especially happy about how the team react? Instead you're playing a very good minutes in the first part of the game, instead you received the goal. Are you happy how the team react?
I think the first minutes was controlled by Atletico, but after that, after 3, 4, 5 minutes, I think we controlled more. We came in the game, and you can see, of course, the 1-0 happens, but we came back, and this is the most important thing, that we not suffered a lot, so we just keep going on and score a very important 1-1.
The last one, you said yesterday that the season is not end, but right now you have 6 points in difference between Barça and Atletico Madrid. Has to play tomorrow, but for the confidence of the team, especially about what happened in the Champions League, how important is to have these five wins in a row, with how tough is the calendar right now? So how the team will face right now the next games that you are on the top of the table?
No, this match, so we always go game by game, and this match was very important also for the confidence. A lot of players are, maybe not a lot of players, but some players are not on the highest level, but these minutes they are on the pitch. They are unbelievably good. So this helps us a lot. And the last 50 minutes we fight against really fantastic Atletico Madrid. So I'm happy for everything. So we have to see what's about Dani Olmo. Okay, hopefully is not so bad, but we have to see it.
Thank you very much and congrats.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Hansi Flick, who has lived one of his first big nights here at the Spotify Camp Nou. Before him, we'll listen to Alejandro Balde. And as you can notice, Pablo and Alex, everyone is very, very happy with the comeback. And I want to take some words of Hansi Flick. He's very happy not only for the result, about how the team fight and how the team work as a unit.
Yeah, thank you very much, Marc. Of course, do let us know if any other protagonists come your way. Alex, I liked what Flick said there as well. I think he was very happy immediately. It was the first thing he said, and he said, I think that was one of our best performances of the season. Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, no, I think everybody can agree on that. I think there's not been a match that we've clicked so well. And even at that, we've had things to, do better.
Yeah, improve on,
we've not, this was our best match of the season, and even at that, it wasn't good enough. When you look at the standards that Hansi Flick has, that the players have, this wasn't good enough. Yeah. It wasn't good enough to bury the game in the very last minute, to leave Atletico so in the game for so long. I think that's probably one of the biggest things that Hansi Flick and the players are going to criticize, is just not being able to bury the game earlier. But other than that, every single player that started, every single player that came off the bench was 10 out of 10. The intensity that everybody came on with, everyone's playing for the team. I think that was really important as well. Lamine Yamal knew that he was being defended really, really well. Came back in to help with the defensive line, let Koundé run into space rather than him. We saw it a few times, he was trying to run in behind the defenders. That just doesn't happen often. So I think every player, took on a different role potentially than usual. Eric Garcia again had a really good match, playing so attacking. And just 10 out of 10. Again, I can't say it enough. Every single player was on the same page, and the confidence that we needed. We needed this game.
We needed it. We did. You got the highlights on your screens yet again. And for those of you who missed it or weren't able to catch the goals, here they are. Atleti took the lead early on. They, as Flick said a few minutes ago, they did dominate the first 3-4 minutes. But after that, it was pretty much all Barça, and especially after the Atleti goal. The Catalans really came out. They got the equalizer through Raphinha. Maybe looked as though they were going to make it 2-1 when Olmo was fouled here in the penalty area by Barrios. Certainly a penalty for me. Lewandowski took the decision to take it himself, and he blazed it over the top of the crossbar, and it wasn't to be for the pole this evening. Not in front of goal, at least.
No, he had good chances like this one right here. He took it there's nothing he could do. He took it brilliantly, and Oblak matched his brilliance with that save.
Yeah, it's a brilliant stop from Jan Oblak there. Second half, Barça continued to pepper the Atleti goal. This is one of our best chances right at the start of the second half. Raphinha often doesn't miss from there, but he did. Dragged it just wide of the post. Here he comes again, Raphinha. This time set up Lewandowski. Didn't quite get there in time after that sliding ball across the face of the goal. And it looked maybe as though it wasn't going to be Barca's night, but up step Lewandowski and then Olmo to make it 2-1. Lovely goal this, Alex.
Yeah, no, it was brilliant there from Lewandowski to just hold up the ball between the Atletico defenders. Dani Olmo to read the space, pick up the ball, and just finish it really, really, really well. Right there, keep his cool. On his weak foot, just goes across the goal, knowing that Jan Oblak had just a lot of difficulty to get there. And we see him, I think it was probably just a dislocation or something moved, and hopefully that should be just a couple of days rest, and that should be that.
Yeah, Barca continued to push on. Atleti did have chances themselves, as they're not in this batch of highlights, but they did with Griezmann, with Almada, come very close to making it 2-2 in the dying stages, but it will then be Barca in the last few moments who were able to turn things and turn the tide themselves after about 10 minutes of defending. Rashford coming off the bench certainly helped. He set up Balde here, who laid in Ferran, who made it 3 and gave Barça all 3 points. As you can see on the left-hand side of the screen there, they are now top of the league. Barça 4 points ahead of Real Madrid, who play tomorrow. We also open up a 7-point gap with today's opponent, Atletico de Madrid. One of those great nights at the new Spotify Camp Nou. Hansi Flick certainly enjoyed it. We certainly enjoyed it here. We are, of course, still waiting for reaction from maybe a few more players with Marc, and we'll also be hearing from Hansi Flick in the press room very shortly, so don't go anywhere with that. We almost got interrupted in all that chaos, Alex. I wanted to point out a few players. I think Raphinha probably the first one I want to speak about, and I mean the fans have been saying it all game long. What a guy!
No, what a man he is. No, when Raphinha is good, he's one of the best players in the world, in my opinion. I think Raphinha gives you everything. He gives you attack, he gives you defense, he gives you control, he gives you leadership. He's an overall player that gives you everything. And I think it's so rare to find a player that gives his all for every single role that he's given within the team. He's obviously a great captain. You know, he's always there to defend his players on the pitch. He's always there to be the voice, especially when you have a lot of young players on the squad. It's an important person. You know, when he came off, was it Marc Casado that came on? Raphinha just went to him. He was like, give it your all. You know, just motivating them all the way through. And footballistically, he's outstanding. You know, he does it all, and he attacks, he curls 1v1s into space, assists, defends, midfield, right wing, left wing, center. He does it all, and I think he's such a special player. And for us, especially over the last couple of seasons, he's been, you know, one of our top 2 players for the past three seasons easily.
Absolutely agree. You can see the fans certainly enjoying themselves. Gracias, Balde, Perita Margarita. I also thought Balde was brilliant tonight. I mean, you spoke about Raphinha on left wing, who, by the way, for me, I agree with you, Alex, top 2 in the team, makes all the difference when he's in. He's the captain. He encourages the team at full time. He gathered everyone and said, let's take a lap around the stadium. Let's go and say thanks to all the fans as well. He just brings that extra something. But Balde from left back, again, I know we can probably say this about most players. One of his best performances of the season so far individually too. In the first half, especially, Alex, how much he burst forward into space, I thought, and even in the second half with the assist he got for Ferran, brilliant.
Yeah, no, his confidence is through the roof. He was literally taking on Atletico players. You know, there was one that he came in from the left wing, cut inside, took on about 4 players and got himself in the box. I think when defenders, I find it funny when defenders get so high up the pitch, they kind of like panic almost. They're just like, right, I got this far, what now? But no, Balde, you know, we know Balde can score a goal. And he can score a worldie. But I think today, attacking, he did amazing. Defensively, he did outstanding. You know, there was not a lot of attacking down his side. I think Jules Koundé had to, you know, absorb a lot of the Atletico attack, but Alejandro Balde overall, just positioning and tackles and attacks, so overall, just outstanding.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, nothing is decided in December. We know that very well from last year. It was actually at home at the end of December when we lost 2-1 to Atleti in this fixture last season that we were, I think, 6 points behind Madrid, and we thought, it's not our year. You know, it's not our year. And look at the year it turned out to be. And I'd say the same this season, just because we're in a good spot now and things have been good the last few weeks, certainly in LaLiga, nothing's set. But it is nice for Barça, I think, to be top. They know no matter what happens tomorrow between Athletic and Madrid, they're going to stay top. And it just feels to me, Alex, that in the last few games, now that we're back at the Spotify Camp Nou too, we look really strong at home. Also is what I'd say. The Athletic Club, we were really strong. Alaves, the same. Tonight, the same. That's another element that I think is going to push us through games. Look, we've got a vital month coming up now. We've got Betis away, Villarreal away at the end of the month. They're not easy away games at all. We're going to have to be good away from home too. But to be in this spot in La Liga, if Madrid are going to have a few weeks off, let's take advantage of it.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's going to be a very tough, you know, end of the season, and it's hopefully we can take this in. You know, hopefully this is not a peak that comes when a downfall after it, and hopefully not, because I remind you, I mean, last December was just awful. So hopefully it doesn't repeat. But I think today, again, you know, it was that performance that we needed to not.
Gonna have to interrupt you. We've got more updates. Marc Casado with Casado.
Yeah, he entered in the second half, and for me, it's one of the keys of the victory. We told Marc, què tal, com estàs? Bona nit.
Bona nit.
Bé, quina victòria, mira, demano que posis una miqueta més al centre, quina victòria, no, reaccionant, ens ha dit el Hansi Flick ara fa un moment que està especialment orgullós no només per la victòria, sinó per com heu funcionat, que heu fet el que us demana sempre, funcionar com una família i anar tots a una.
Sí, crec que avui ha sigut un grandíssim partit de l'equip en tots els sentits. Crec que hem sortit molt bé des del primer minut. Ells ens han marcat un gol, però hem sabut reaccionar molt bé i crec que a la segona part doncs, hem sabut competir com a equip. Sabem com és l'Atlètic de Madrid, que als últims minuts si hi ha un resultat apretat, doncs t'apretaran a dalt amb molta gent, posar moltes pilotes a l'àrea, i crec que avui l'equip ha sigut doncs, molt madur, crec que hem sabut competir molt bé i poder rebre la victòria.
I en situacions com la del final del partit, no està sent tampoc una temporada fàcil per tu, Marc, però surt Marc Casado i com sempre es menja l'herba i ajuda l'equip a mantenir el resultat i a guanyar.
Només faltaria. Sí, està clar, doncs, bueno, hi ha temporades que doncs, tens més minuts, i aquesta doncs, bueno, m'està costant una miqueta més el tema dels minuts, però bueno, crec que l'important, ho he parlat amb el míster avui, per exemple, l'important és doncs, el temps que tingui sobre el camp, deixar-ho tot. Crec que avui així ha sigut. Els que hem entrat de la maqueta crec que hem estat doncs, a l'altura per poder rebre la victòria i crec que el més important és això, sortir tots els minuts que tingui a donar-ho tot perquè l'equip pugui treure els 3 punts sempre.
El partit de l'any passat, avui és mal dia no, per fer referència perquè pensant en una derrota, però va ser un punt d'inflexió perquè aquell dia va acabar amb molta frustració l'equip, aquell 1-2 al temps afegit allà a Montjuïc, i al final va ser un punt d'inflexió en positiu. Ho dic avui, també no sé si també pot ser un punt d'inflexió en positiu de la temporada, perquè avui no ha tingut res a veure amb el que es va veure al camp del Chelsea, no ha tingut res a veure amb el que s'ha vist en altres partits aquesta temporada i la sensació és que esteu anant clarament cap a dalt.
Sí, crec que avui l'equip sobretot hem competit molt bé, crec que hem apretat tots com un equip, que és potser una faceta que se'ns estava complicant una mica més aquesta temporada i crec que això, crec que s'ha demostrat molt bé doncs, com hem apretat, les ganes que tenia l'equip des del primer minut, sabíem que era un partit doncs, molt important de guanyar i bueno, crec que l'equip ha fet un partidàs per poder guanyar els 3 punts avui.
Ja per acabar, el dia de l'Atlètic era el primer dia, hi havia molta gent, però clar, entres al partit ja amb 3-0, el dia de l'Alavés també el partit ja està més o menys sentenciat, però una de les teves primeres grans nits, no, aquí a l'Spotify Camp Nou, què has sentit quan has entrat al camp, has vist tot el camp ple, jugant aquí a la nit, en un gran partit aquí a l'estadi, la teva primera gran nit aquí a l'estadi?
Bueno, al final crec que aquí cada partit és especial, ja sigui contra l'Atlètic Club, contra l'Alavés o contra l'equip que sigui, totes les nits aquí les viuré doncs, com si fossin l'última, disfrutar-les moltíssim i bueno, crec que avui l'afició també ha estat molt bé. Quan l'Atlètic ens ha apretat a dalt, crec que ells doncs, ens han donat aquesta força necessària també per poder competir millor, per poder aguantar i bueno, crec que avui tant ells com nosaltres hem estat molt bé.
Enhorabona, Marc, per la victòria pel partit.
Gràcies.
The words of Marc Casado, I like the things that he said, especially about his performance, about his season, and about the atmosphere that he lived here in Spotify Camp Nou.
Marc, thank you very much, and also the words there of Marc Casado, the double Marc, the double Marc duo there with the words. Marc, interrupt us if you have any more reactions, of course. And hey, I mean, we spoke about it, the need for the bench. We saw Rashford and Ferran on the bench today. Casado also coming off the bench. They can have vital roles, these players, especially with the injuries we've got in midfield. And Marc said to him, you know, minutes-wise, it's been a bit more difficult this season. Obviously, Eric starts midfield tonight. But when he came on, the energy, the intensity he came on with, perfect, really.
Yeah, no, Casado, I think we need to speak about him because the way that he came on was outstanding. You know, we said it, he came on and he's like, oof, you know, you're taking off Pedri, big shoes to fill there, and he did outstanding. He knew exactly what he needed to do. He reminded me a lot of Gavi in terms of, you know, he was a lot of energy disrupting the play, going 100% in on every single tackle and being there when he was needed, especially for attacking, you know, that transition in that goal. He was a key player in that build-up as well. I think he did brilliant. You know, he recovered a lot. He high pressed, especially down the midfield when Atletico were trying to get in behind. He did really well to stop the play early on. So, you know, Casado was really, really key. You know, he probably, if he would have done that for the entire match, he would have been in the top 3 players of the match. You know, we should do one for like starters and bench, maybe. But no, Casado, you know, Marcus Rashford and Ferran Torres, top 3, you know, players impactful off the bench, and not to mention Dro as well. But Casado, he gave it all for the team today, and you saw it, and you appreciate it, and he's an outstanding player.
100%. We've seen Diego Simeone is in the press room, so we'll hear from Hansi Flick after he departs. Of course, you'd expect a good few questions for him tonight. Robert was telling me, and I'm looking at the league table now, not just the fact that we're top, Alex, but also the goal difference. I mean, we've got a 25-plus goal difference now. That's because we've scored 42 goals, conceded 17. You look at the other teams and the goals scored. I've got Real Madrid, Villarreal, 29 goals scored. I mean, we've scored 13 more goals than them already. We're only 15 games in, At least going forward, I know it's not been the same as last season, but that's a very good return attacking-wise. We've got the firepower.
I was looking over your shoulder.
Yeah.
I mean, we're literally 13 goals ahead of Real Madrid. I think that says it all. You know, goal difference doesn't have to be important at the end of the match, at the end of the season. I mean, but it can be. But also that's scary for teams to come up against us.
Exactly.
You see it. You know, one of the reasons we saw, you know, Atletico Madrid, you know, has always been one of those teams that doesn't concede much. You look at that and you're like, oh, it's going to be hard.
Exactly.
It's going to be hard. We're going to have to work harder to score goals. And like that, we scored 3 goals against them. And I think that says a lot about our team. I think also it says a lot about us, of the fact that we can, you know, 3 different goal scorers tonight. We can find goals from literally any part of the pitch. You know, you want to put 3 players on Lamine Yamal, go ahead.
Yeah.
You know, we have Jules Koundé, we have Raphinha, we have Lewandowski, we have Ferran Torres, we have Dani Olmo. I think, again, that's that power of depth of the squads. I think it's also... I thought Bravo had another player, but no, that was me listening wrong. I think it's important to say that I think every player... And it's hard to deal with, you know, these players have gotten this far because they have a healthy ego. They know exactly their strengths, their weaknesses. They know that they are good enough to be on this team. But I think every single player has kind of settled in and knows exactly what Hansi Flick wants them to do, what exactly their role is to do. You know, Casado can play an attacking role easily. He knew that today he was going to be in a defensive role. He was going to have to manage the team. He was going to have to manage the midfield. And he did exactly that. You know, Lamine Yamal came off for a defender. You know, it is what it is. You know, Lamine Yamal could have stayed on. Christensen came on, and it was crucial. So I think what's also important is that we have such a mature team that everybody knows exactly what they're doing for the team, not for themselves. And I think that's really important.
100%. Let's go to Marc Brau then. Marc, we're going to hear from your MVP for tonight's game. I know it's not an easy one. I've also struggled. Me and Alex have struggled, but let's hear your points for 3, 2, 1. And of course, I encourage the chat to play along.
Yeah, of course, it was quite difficult. Because we're one of the days where a lot of players deserve it. First of all, I want to say that maybe my 3 points have to go to Alexi Baceta. Big return for her. Yes. So you are the lucky charm, Alex. You can come back again, whatever you want.
My stamp of approval is back.
Yeah, for sure. But well, as you said, I had to think a lot about my votes. But finally, I want to give my 3 points and my Player of the Match award for Pedri, because I think that the way he put the team on his back, the way that he assessed Raphinha, the way he played, especially in the first half. In the second half, while he had energy, I think he was very contagious for all the teammates. And what does it mean for the team to have Pedri back is a lot. So for him, the 3 points. I will give 2 points for Raphinha, maybe for the same reasons. Of course, Raphinha could deserve also 3 points, but I prefer to give Raphinha 2 points because he scored 1, and also he played very good at the second half. But you can swipe, you can change if you want Raphinha and Pedri's votes, but I will give him 2 points. And yeah, it's quite difficult to say 1 point because I think that Koundé played very well. I think that also Ferran with the goal can give, but finally I want to give 1 point to Eric Garcia because he was wherever. He was in all the places on the pitch. Remember, playing as a holding midfielder, not his natural position, and always it seems natural. The way he passed the ball, the way he plays, the way that his position was always perfect, I think that he deserves also to get 1 point. I don't know, I'm not pretty sure if we will have more players, I'm not sure, but for the moment I will say you goodbye, guys. These are my votes. If I have a player, I will give also a call. But remember that we have another difficult game next Saturday. We will return to a very special place for all of us, for all Barça fans, because last season we won the Copa against Real Madrid with the Jules Koundé goal in the extra time. Betis Barça, very difficult game. But of course, tomorrow will be a good day to be in front of the television with some olives, with some chips, and just to watch what could happen tomorrow in San Mamés in the game between Atletico and Real Madrid.
Marc, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure as always. And if you do have a player, if anyone steps by, of course, let us know. Alex, let's hear from your MVP.
Merci, companys. Ara us confirmo.
Let's see what you have to say for this one.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Pedri is going to have a clean sweep tonight. I have a feeling. No, Marc Casado said did really good there. I'm going to take a different point and say the conduction of Pedri. Today was outstanding. It's impressive how everyone listens to him. You know exactly what he is, what mind he has, and for him to have that calm in the middle of the match is outstanding for me. And the way that he just literally just conducts everyone around him, and it works. When Pedri works, everyone works, and when Barça work well, it's hard for them to work well without Pedri working well. I know, and the pass to Raphinha was just outstanding in the perfect moment. He split open, two defensive lines. That's so hard to do. That vision is all you need. 2 points for me, Raphinha.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think I need to add more to what Marc Casado said.
Yeah. Go through it.
No, just outstanding player, really important to us. And again, Pedri and Raphinha right now just undisputed best players on the pitch tonight. And I think we should have planned to give one vote to like different players, all of us. But I think Joan Garcia, he didn't have a lot of work to do in terms of reaction saves and everything. But I think in key moments, that save that he had to come out of his own box to do, it hit his body. I think that was very, very crucial because I think Atleti could have easily gone up in that moment. There's a lot of aerial plays that we hold our breath every time there's a free kick, a corner kick, and Joan Garcia did really well in the air to calm all of those, to get it out of play, alongside Cubarsí and everyone. But I do have to say, defensively, Cubarsí and Gerard Martin were outstanding tonight as well.
They were,
But Joan Garcia, I think for me, I'll give him the point just because I think he's not being talked about enough.
Yep, no, fair enough. Good for you. So 3 for Pedri, 2 for Raphinha, 1 for Joan Garcia. I'll do mine quickly. I did change the order. I went for Raphinha. I so nearly went Pedri.
Okay.
If someone said Pedri, 100%, I agree. I also agree with you, honestly. I also think he was unbelievable. Between those two, I couldn't pick, and I love Raphinha, so I went for Raphinha. I thought Pedri came in and changed everything for Barça. I really do. I mean, him starting again is an absolute blessing. And I had to give one for Eric. I think you were right to point out Joan Garcia. Gerard Martin, I think, also could have got a point tonight.
Casado,
in all fairness, Balde was excellent.
Balde was amazing.
I mean, I thought I had a pretty good game. We don't even speak about him. He's that good. But I went for Eric because I just thought in midfield, he cut up a lot of play, broke up. Olmo was again top, but I went for Eric Garcia. Robert, do you have some votes for us? No, you don't. Okay, right, let's see the... He said his vote is always for Pedri, so Robert is always with Pedri. Right, let's see the totals then. Let's see how things added up with the MVP votes, and also people, of course, play along. We've got a lot here. We do have some emojis in the chat. There's the totals. We'll get the totals in a minute. Perita Malaguita had Pedri. I can barely see. Is that... Help me out here, Alex. Is that Raphinha and Ferran, I think?
Yeah.
Elmir Days had... Yours, I think, Alex.
Yeah.
They had Pedri, Raphinha, and Joan Garcia.
Bruna has Pedri, Olmo.
Rafa, and Olmo. And I can see that Hansi Flick is in the press room. So, with that, if we can, we will leave things there. Alex, it was an absolute pleasure. Super game. Welcome back. What a game to be back with.
It was good to be back. It's a good game to be back, and hopefully I can continue to be a lucky charm.
Yes, we hope so indeed. Everyone, massive thanks to watching along. So we really enjoyed things. A massive win for Barça. It's kept them top of LaLiga. We've beaten Atlético de Madrid by 3-1. What a night. Let's leave you with Hansi Flick and his press conference.
Això serà un punt d'inflexió. Si aquest partit serà un punt d'inflexió. Gràcies.
We will see. We not know it now. But I think you're right. This was one of the best matches from us, and I really appreciate a lot what I saw over the 90 minutes. And I think also with 3 points we deserve this also as well.
Hola, Hansi, Marta Ramon en directe. El Barça juga a RAC1. Ahir et recordàvem que l'equip encara no havia guanyat cap dels partits contra els grans aquesta temporada. Quin significat li dones a la victòria d'avui? Pel que s'ha vist al terreny de joc, diries que el teu Barça ha tornat, que avui s'ha vist el Barça més reconeixible i que s'acosta més a la versió que tu esperes? Quin significat li dones al que s'ha vist al camp?
Yeah, it was. I think I always say it's the next step. So this was the next step, and also what we said after the last match that we are coming back on our best level. So today was really good. So it was we increased a lot all the things we need, and this was for me really good to see. Also, the first 3, 4, 5 minutes. Atletico controlled the game, but we came back, then they scored the goal. We come back again and control also the game, and this is good to see. We also could score the penalty we have was also a big chance for us, but at the end we never gave up, and we focus on that we want to win, and this is make the next goal, important goal, and this is what I saw today, and I'm really proud about my team.
Hola, mister. ¿Qué tal? Buenas noches. Adrià Albets, en directo para el larguero de la SER y el que te jugas Barça de SER Cataluña. Pedri volvió de su lesión ante el Alavés después de un mes parado, jugó media hora y hoy ha jugado a un nivel realmente impresionante. No sé cómo explica que haya vuelto ya tan rápido a este nivel y qué importancia cree que ha tenido en el partido de hoy y en el Barça que se ha visto.
No, also he's outstanding player, and I'm happy that he's not need so much time to play to come back on his level, and this is you could saw it also on Saturday, but especially today it was very important to have him in the midfield because he controlled, or he was the a connection between the defense and the offense. The same was against the ball. Was very important for us.
Buenas noches, señor Flick. Víctor Lozano en directo para el Radio Estadio Noche de Onda Cero. Hoy se ha visto, además de que ha jugado muy bien su equipo y que ha ganado un partido muy importante, muy exigente, ha vuelto a presionar muy bien arriba. En los minutos finales prácticamente no dejaba salir con balón al Atlético de Madrid, que tenía que limitarse a colgar balones o a jugar en largo. Me gustaría que me valorara esta circunstancia de que hemos visto a este Barça que presionante arriba y que nos ha recordado al de la temporada pasada. Gracias.
Yeah, I was there before. It's the next step we had to go in, and so now we have the next match on Saturday against Betis, and it's also a good team, and so we have to show it there. So this is what we want every game. We want to win normally every game. I know that's normally it's not easy, but we try it.
Buenas noches, señor Flick. Manolo Oliveros para el partido de la cadena COPE. Hábleme, por favor, de lo que contagia a Raphinha. Raphinha que alenta a sus compañeros, al público. ¿Qué contagia a Raphinha?
Yeah, I will always say that Rafa is a very important player for us. When he's on the pitch, he has increased the dynamic, the level of the intensity. So everyone normally is affected about that, and you can see it. You can see it on the pitch, and also the positive things he gave us today was so amazing and so important today.
Hola, Hansi, ¿qué tal? Felicidades por la victoria. Raúl Fuentes, en directo para Radio Marca. Te quería preguntar por la figura de Joan García. No sé si a lo largo de tu carrera como entrenador has visto que un portero de su edad tuviera esa frialdad, esa seguridad en los corners, en la pelota parada. Si a ti como entrenador te sorprende esa sensación de frialdad y a la vez de seguridad que da el portero. Gracias.
No, I think this is why the club decided to buy him. This is I think it was the right decision they made, and this is good to see, and that he's also playing on this level gives us important stability in the defense, and in the right moment he's there, and this is good to have him.
Sí, bona nit, Hansi. Pol Ballús per The Athletic. Et volia preguntar per la figura d'en Gerard Martín. Avui ha completat un partit molt bo contra una oposició molt complicada. Una mica com el valores i si t'ho posa complicat per treure'l de la posició de central.
You can answer it by yourself. I think everyone saw it today. I think that the idea we had with him on the left side center back, it's good because also in the build-up give us a lot of options more, but also how we defend together with Balde or with Cooper, with Schulz, it's really good. And Eric as a 6 was great today. The defense, how we manage it, and very good.
Sí, hola Hansi, aquí Alberto Hernández de Televisión Española. Ayer en la previa te comentaban que era la oportunidad de ganar contra un rival grande después de haber perdido contra el Paris Saint-Germain, el Madrid y el Chelsea. Esta victoria ante un Atlético de Madrid que llegaba después de 7 victorias seguidas, ¿es un golpe encima de la mesa del Barça para decir nos hemos puesto líderes y no lo vamos a dejar escapar?
No, it's the defeat against these teams, you say against Paris, against Real or Chelsea, so it's in the past. Now today we saw a fantastic performance of our team. So this is what we want to see on this level, but we have to go. So we also focused for the next match. This is very important, and I don't care about this. So we go game by game, how we did it also last season. And of course, when we win, everything is good. Give us also the confidence. I think for everyone, it's better to win. And you could also see it now. We also in LaLiga, we have many games, many victories in a row. So it has to give us all the confidence we need.
Bona nit, Hansi. Aquí, Joel Gadeada per BTV. M'agradaria que valoressis la implicació defensiva de l'equip en el tram final quan l'Atlètic de Madrid més apretava i la capacitat d'entrar ficats dins del partit dels jugadors que han entrat a la segona meitat com Casado, Dro i Rashford. Gràcies.
No, this is where we had to make the changes because Pedri has to go out, Dani. Normally we thought that he can play 90 minutes, so we have to change it, manage it, and then also Raphinha. It was our changes, what was necessary, and all the players who came in directly were connected with the team, and this is good to see. Also in the last couple of minutes we played also five in the back and with two pivots with Eric and Casa. It was good. Also defending when you saw draw, how he defends, really good. So everyone was directly involved. Also Ferran and Marcos. So this is what I want from the team, that everyone also have the responsibility also for the defense, not only for the offense.
¿Qué tal, mister?
Okay.
Ha mort. Bueno, levanto la voz. ¿Qué tal, mister? Muy buenas. David Bernabéu, Diario Sport TV. Primero, ¿cómo está Dani Olmo? Y si cree que a poco que el Barça recupere su nivel, o se acerque al nivel de la temporada pasada, si es el gran candidato para ganar esta liga otra vez, para revalidar el título. Gracias.
No, this is too far. It's too far. So we are now in a good situation. How I said also after the last match against Alaves, I said that these things, what happens in this season, how we manage it, how the teams played, and also the points we get, it's good. So now we are top of the table with this situation we had also in the last couple of weeks or month. So I'm happy with this, and yeah. But of course, we want to. You know, you cannot say it's the best level or it's like that. No, we always want to improve. We always want to learn from every game, and this is our mentality, our attitude, what we want.
Últimes dues preguntes, les tu qüestions.
Hola, Hansi. Juli Claramont en directe a Gigantes. Recuperes efectius. Avui en perds un just quan ha marcat el gol, Dani Olmo. Et pregunto per Frenkie. Creus que el tindràs la setmana que ve ja disponible perquè es va perdre l'últim partit, avui tampoc ha estat disponible, si penses que estarà ja pel dissabte?
I hope so. We never know how his evolution is. So he was sick today. He also arrived this morning in the Sport City, and we decided that he go home and recover. I think it makes no sense when you don't feel so good. You slept bad, and it's like that. When you have kids, it happens. It happens. You know, this is what we have to see, and hopefully he's back on the weekend.
Hola, Hansi. Aquí
okay.
Víctor Malo de Culemania. Enhorabuena por la victoria. La de hoy es una victoria de mucho mérito y la han celebrado como una auténtica familia, como una piña, ¿no? Pero también ha sido una victoria muy sufrida, con jugadores de perfil muy defensivo al final del partido, lo que no es habitual en sus estrategias. ¿Cómo de importante es aprender a sufrir, saber sufrir, para poder aspirar a ganar títulos esta temporada?
Yeah, could be a good example for us. Also, I think last season we had also some games like this, but it's a part of football. It's a part of football that also when you play against the top teams like Atletico, they have a great quality. And the offense are unbelievable because they have a lot of quality also on the bench. But what I saw today, I'm very proud about that, what I saw.
Fins aquí la roda de premsa. Moltes gràcies.